Hey everybody, what's a happening? What's a cracking? What's a poppin'?
The soon-to-be relocated den.
What up?
Hey,
What's up, Dan?
are we on yet? We got 2 minutes.
We are on.
We are? Oh, dang. Okay. All right.
What's up?
Well, I'm up, and I really screwed up my sleep cycle because I'm doing a couple of things. One is I got rid of my contractor to renovate my house before I left
Yeah,
because he was being a dingus and not
right.
doing stuff right. I rehired some new people, but in the
Oh,
meantime,
good.
now I'm the GC, the general contractor. So I'm
Mm.
like, telling people what to do, which is, I guess some way like that, but not always.
Well,
And
it's kind of part of your forte, isn't it?
yeah, I guess. Um,
So,
so,
does
trying to get
that?
it done. My wife is down in Florida to visit her parents. So when she comes back at the, Thursday, Friday, she's expecting all of it to be done. I'm like, oh, well, I'll
Yeah,
get there. I'm
right.
not Disney. I can't make it all happen like that. But I'm gonna do what I can. And
Well, I
then,
mean, seriously speaking, isn't like contracting fall under the architecture thing?
yeah, it does, but
Hey, Patty.
I don't like it.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
But
at least you
so yeah,
know.
so I need them to be substantially done by Thursday night, sometime on Friday, because on Saturday the road trip happens down to Maryland
There you go.
for me to start my camp out and check in and get ready for the job that I've been doing remotely for the last couple months, but it's going in person here at the beginning of the year. So,
There you go. Hey, Fatima. So, well, it's all like coming to fruition really
it's coming.
fast.
It's either like a supernova that's gonna blow up or whatever. I don't know. Train wreck, circus, everything's just animals flying everywhere. I have no idea. Um, but yeah, there's a lot going on at the same time, and it's probably as you if you've been watching my channel,
Yeah.
the car that my old trusty VW station wagon I was using as my commuter car got hit by a deer.
Yeah. What the heck?
And I managed to fix it with some replacement parts, but it's not exactly the way it used to be.
Right.
Things are not like fitting.
Hey,
Like it
Scott.
works, and the hood latches, and like if you look at it real quick, it looks okay. But if you look at it a little closer, you're like, "Whoa, something's wrong with this vehicle." But it
Now, is that?
works.
Are you towing something behind the motorhome?
I'm not going to tow it behind the motorhome. I do not trust the motorhome to tow a all-wheel drive vehicle.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those like how it is, right? Do you get a trailer? Do you get a flatbed trailer and put it on it and then tow the whole thing? And so, as luck would have it, and of course, fate would determine, my wife is going to drive my Volkswagen wagon
Oh, okay.
behind me.
Fatima wants to know if you were able to harvest the deer.
No, somebody did though. Somebody
Oh,
did
okay.
that night. Like literally, I cast it aside. I would say into the ditch,
Mm,
and later that night, the next morning, I had cohorts that said, "Oh yeah, it's gone already. Somebody already took it."
damn.
So yeah, they're good around here. They definitely take advantage. I asked them if they kept all my car parts like my grill and everything else, and go, no, we use that as tenderizer. So yeah,
Hey, Erica.
yeah.
She has volume low. Had to remove all of her singing videos due to copyright. Yeah, well, it's the song. It's not the person who's singing.
Was it Baby
Hey,
Shark?
Naj.
What are you doing, Baby Shark? What?
Who, Erica? No, she did a whole bunch of beautiful Christmas videos with her singing, using the original song, and they hit her for copyright.
Are
So,
you serious? Really? And
oh
she was
yeah,
singing herself.
This woman has a voice. Like,
Probably did it too well.
Madonna!
Beep, 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 beep,
Hello,
beep.
press secretary. But yeah, her voice is out of this world. And she
But
did like 3 or 4 like almost like drive stream videos from when they were driving in the truck, and then she set it to like Christmas music with her singing. Unbelievable.
and they hit her for it. Okay.
They hit her for it, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Crazy.
That's too bad. Yeah.
So, it sounds like well, you've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 cars that have to go down eventually.
I hope not. It's just the RV and my commuter wagon, my station
Oh,
wagon.
all right.
I really don't want any more than that. I
Yeah.
mean, if I had towed, I had bad luck towing vehicles. I'll tell you, Sonia. Um, I went down to New Jersey, your stomping grounds, to drop off some old BMW parts with our minivan, our Toyota minivan.
Ah.
And I brought a car dolly because part of the trade was I would pick up a 6 Series BMW, a 635 CSI, a nice 2-door Shark mid 80s car that was pretty cool but needed some work. I strapped it on the tow dolly, but apparently not so great.
Oh.
And so when I went to turn onto a 6-lane highway in New Jersey, it decided to hop off the car dolly and drive across all 6 lanes, the median, and 6 other lanes of traffic.
What were you on the Parkway?
West on the shoulder, and luckily it didn't hit anybody.
Hey, Kevin, where were you on the Parkway?
Yeah.
Shh.
I was just like turning onto it, like just getting onto it, and I'm like, woo, in the car, and I'm like, whoa, wow, this came really light. And I look, and I see the car I'm supposed to be towing is trying to beat me around the corner. You know, like,
Wow.
wait a minute, there's nobody in that car. Goes off. I'm like, okay. So the challenge was I had to try to figure out how to get it back onto the tow dolly.
Yeah.
With nobody driving it, because it was just me. So how do you get the car to go up onto the tow? It was really fun, but I did do it and got it home. But after that, I've been always really kind of twitchy about towing vehicles.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So my wife will drive the VW wagon down. I really pray nothing bad will happen. And then I bought her a plane ticket to go home that afternoon. So we're gonna go down January 1st. We'll get set in the campground, and her sister's gonna drive her to the airport, and then she's gonna fly back.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, and leave me with the car and the RV,
That's good.
so I can have something to drive around with, and leave the
Right.
RV at the campsite. So.
And how far is the campground from your job?
Well, on a regular commuting day without
Hey, Chris.
a certain level of crazy, it'll be about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So it's not too bad. And with COVID, it'll be even easier because apparently they're going to shut down my office for another 10 days.
How soon after you get there?
You know.
How soon after you get there?
I'm going down there on the 1st, and they just announced this week that they're going to shut it down until the 10th of January. So I'm going to have like a week and change of just living in the RV with Wi-Fi, and yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm going to try to post a couple of videos of me, saying, I'm going to try to do my workout at the campsite. I've already bought an RV Wi-Fi booster thing for the so I can get the better internet. We'll see how that works, because the campground says we have Wi-Fi, but it's only really around the store. And luckily, my campsite is the one camp slot that is right next to the store. So
nice.
I'm hoping that I can pick up their Wi-Fi and boost it. And
Kevin
get
wants to know if you have your
opinion.
blowtorch with you.
Yeah, blowtorch, Bluetooth, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Hey, there we go. So,
What up, Chris?
it should be fun. Got to figure out. I think I'm going to walk all around this campground and harvest firewood.
There you go.
There's like a lot of dead wood. There's a lot of ash trees that have died because of the ash borer, and they're all over the campsite. So I told them, I said, hey, you got a lot of dead wood around here. You mind if I harvest? And they're like, you can harvest it just as long as you let us know. So I might have a lot of campfires for the next month or two.
Hey, you know what? If it's free, it's for me, right?
Right, exactly. It's better than paying $8 a bundle for like 6 pieces of firewood. How long that lasts, right, Sonia? You set it up and it's like, boosh, it's gone in like the first 30 minutes.
Right. Well, see if you can find some oak while you're around there.
Definitely. Definitely.
That'll burn nice and hot for a long time.
Yeah. Or all the wood framing of all the townhouses they're building around me. I might steal some lumber from there. That burns real quick. Whoosh. All that pine. It's like
so that was Christmas.
Christmas was, I would say, rather uneventful, which was good. Yeah. So
nice and quiet.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but I had 2 staff members where their family members. One passed away at Thanksgiving
Oh my God.
Day, and the other one just passed away yesterday, just after Christmas. And it's like, the holidays are always like that. I hate to say it.
It's
you
crazy.
feel bad, because.
Oh yeah. Because the holidays aren't going to be the same for them.
No. So I feel really bad about that. But they're traveling to go to the services and everything. But still, it's really not what you want to see happen.
No. Kevin, are you going to come up and say hello, or are you going to wait for Jeopardy? And did you post that dumb video yet?
Yeah.
Everybody
can you pose that as a question?
He's like, oh yeah, an M22 video coming out this afternoon, and everybody's like, where's the video, Kevin? Hurry up, Kevin.
Wait. How many cameras do you have? Like, you got a newer phone, right? Like, how many I don't even use all these cameras. Like, what's with these cameras? Like, I
have
don't know.
3 of them.
Like, why do we have 4 cameras and the one on this side? Really?
Well, I have it when I do my drive streams,
Yep.
and I have the phone up on the windshield.
Yeah.
The camera makes everything look farther away than it really is.
Oh yeah. It does that like half.
It's like way out there.
0.5 zoom, and it's like huge, like wide angle situation. Yeah.
And
which is okay, I guess.
I mean, you could see everything a lot better, but sometimes I wish it was a little closer in.
Yeah.
Blame Adobe Premiere. I don't think it's their fault, Kevin. I think it's your fault. Yes.
Yep.
It's your fault.
So I've got this. I've got what else have I got? I don't know what else. I got other phones. Oh, by the way, thank goodness, one of my kids found my old iPhone, which I will deny that he actually found it because I never liked it. But it did have a whole bunch of like movie reviews for Resident Evil 26 that just came out with my son. So we're in the movie theater. We're the only 2 in the movie theater. So I'm like shooting video of like the screen, and we're just laughing at the movie. We're just like literally just like, this is stupid. And so I got it, and then I lost it because I hate it.
It's like doing Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Right, that's what we did. We did basically Mystery Science Theater without the robots, And there's some scenes I'm just like laughing my backside off, and then we got outside the theater in front of the movie poster, and we just started like ragging on the movie like crazy.
Scott's like, all 4 camera phones can go to the corner.
That's right.
Yeah, I got 3 in the back, 1 on the front, and
right. Exactly.
Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's what I got going on. I'm going to be. I got to tell you, I had a panic attack last night. I had a dream that my Onan generator in the back of my RV, I smoked it. Like, I started it up and it just like went crazy, and I'm like pulling wires off of it. It's a dream.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to like disconnect crap, and it's like I'm just basically blowing up the generator. And I
It
woke
was one
up
of
and
those
like,
dreams that was so real. I mean, the dream was so real. You woke up and you're like, wait a minute, did that really
yeah,
happen?
like, wait, I should check it. And I'm not used to that. And like, I get the kind of panic attacks when I drive this thing. Like some of the places I drive it, like through Pennsylvania, it's like these crazy high elevation, roads, and you're like near the edge, and you're in an RV, so you're already high up as it is. And I'm not a big fan of like driving some of these routes where like the bridges are like, I kid you not, they're like 300 feet off the ground. They're just through the hills, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go into the passing lane, so I'm closer to the hill and
Yeah.
not near the edge. And it's just those things kind of like I think of those, and I'm like, I can feel my heart rate going up. Like, I'm not going over the Delaware Water Gap Bridge, or
Right.
no, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, right?
Okay.
Where you're just like you're going up, and it's like no end. You're just gonna drive off the cliff, right? Because you can't see the other side. And all I can think of is I'm in this RV and I'm just doing this. I'm getting lower. I'm getting lower. I'm getting lower. And I'm holding on to the steering wheel, and I'm just like, I wish I was on the ground going over this bridge. And then I get over it, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And I'm like, and I'm just not a fan of that crap. I don't mind going through the tunnels; those don't bother me. But it's that crazy little like,
Yeah.
especially if there's like a wind, and you're driving a brick, and it's like all of a sudden you get like a, and you're like, whoa! And you're trying to like keep the thing on the lane, and you're
Well, it was similar
okay.
to that when we were going through Pennsylvania on the way to
Yeah.
Ohio. When we were going through the Allegheny Mountains and all that.
Oh yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
and it was, I think, the highest elevation that the GPS recorded was about 2,500 feet above sea level.
Right. Other than the Rockies, like when
Yeah.
you get to the Rockies, yeah.
Hey, James.
Or you go, like we went to the Thousand Islands, and I didn't even think of it. And we were going over the old Thousand Islands Bridge off of like past Watertown, New York, up into like Kingston, Ontario. And it's a 2-lane bridge, okay? It's like old school. So it's like, it's really narrow. And you're like going up this thing, and you're like, and there's no way, you can't change lanes to be in the middle. You're just in your lane, and you're just looking over the edge. And so I literally was like, I'm gonna just keep my eyes on the center lane as I go up this bridge, because I don't want to look over there as I'm going up.
Pick a spot and focus on it.
Yeah, I thought, man, I want pontoons on this bastard, and I can go across the lake. I'll do that before going back over that bridge.
Well, the Lake Champlain Bridge, once we got into Vermont,
Oh,
that was interesting.
yeah.
And it was raining.
There's just, there's some experiences there that I'm just not thrilled about.
Yeah.
And I go through Pennsylvania on 11 and 15 coming through New York, down through 11. And there's a couple of spots where you're driving through these like, 2-lane roads again, and you're climbing up the sides of the mountain, and there's like rumble strips on the highway. Slow down before you hit this blind curve. I'm like, dude, I don't need that already. You're killing me. And there's like this 2-foot-high little stone, like little tiny. It's not a steel guardrail. It's just like these piddly little rocks that they've glued together on the side of the road. I'm thinking, that's not going to stop me from like going into the Susquehanna River.
Hey,
So I'm just
Shar.
like, so yeah, there's those things that like I would welcome a trip out west, out into the Midwest where
'Cause
it's
it's all
just
flat.
flat and there's just corn. I'll take corn on both sides of me all day long. I will take that.
Yeah.
As you drive along, be like, oh, this is, it's monotonous. Yeah, I'll take that all day long versus going, that kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, Fatima, the issue with either driving an RV or towing one when you're going on elevations, like what I drove or what Dan drove, if you're going downhill before you hit that hill, you got to give it some gas.
Oh
Because
yeah.
about halfway up, you'll be like,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
get up there one of these days,
And I feel bad, but I'll be honest with you. Most people behind me have been pretty, I don't know, either scared, deathless, or they've just been considerate. They've been like hanging back.
Right.
Maybe it was the flames coming out of the tailpipes. I don't know. Maybe they're like, just stay back from that guy. He's crazy. As you as you do that climb.
Well, they want to make sure you weren't going to break down too. Is this thing
That's
going to
true.
make it?
That's true, and that scares me. That scares me too.
Well, you have that thing all like mechanically ready to go down there.
I believe I am. Don't jinx me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring. Thank goodness I've never had any blowouts. Thank goodness. But I do have jumper cables, and a couple trips I've had some issues where the engine's just like, I hate to say it, like we came to a stop sign and it cut out.
Oh.
And it was like, why did my engine just cut out? And it turns out it was a starter solenoid issue, and it was like draining the battery to the point where like when you stop driving and you hit the brakes, it just stopped enough voltage to the coil to shut the engine down. So I'm like, oh, that's gonna be fun.
That's weird.
It's like when you go, so you solve that by going into neutral and just gunning it. It's basically to keep the engine running. You're like, I'm going to come to a stop, so I'm going to hit the brake with one foot, and I'm going to put it in neutral and hit the gas with the other foot to keep the engine running, so I don't like conk out. And it's not where you want to be driving. That's for sure.
What's up, Georgie? And it should be an interesting trip for you. I mean,
yeah, it should be. If you're hair raising, whatever. Hopefully, it's hair raising.
Hair raising.
Hair raising. I got my hair.
We want to make sure that the hair is still on your head.
Oh, it's going away. Look at that. See?
By the time you get down there.
Oh. But yeah, I always get last couple trips because of the couple of mechanical issues. I always have a little PTSD or anxiety starting out because I'm always worried something's going to happen and there's like a little noise that occurs and you're like, what's
I had a little bit of, I wouldn't call it anxiety. I would say more nervousness when we left to go to Michigan.
Yeah.
Especially because it was 5 o'clock in the morning and it was raining when we left the campground. He's not using I don't know. You have an echo. You have your YouTube open?
I've got my YouTube up, but I have all the sound off.
Oh, okay. It's
so
weird we could hear.
I'm not looking at the comments right now. Which
Georgie
I'm sure there's a lot of them. Hey, you dummy! Whatever. I'll read them later.
Oh, hey, Bree. No, it's not. It's out of his speaker, Georgie. When I talk, because my YouTube is muted as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna close off my YouTube completely. Done.
There we go.
My YouTube is off.
All right.
I'm just on melon.
I mean,
I'm gonna keep that sign, even if I move. The melon sign that's in my garage, I'm gonna take it with me.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, so it should be interesting. I've got an air fryer to do air frying, and I just picked up a oh shoot, I can't remember what the brand name is, but it's like a 20-inch skillet with like a
Blackstone?
it's not Blackstone, but it's got a non-stick, you know, surface on it, and it's electric. Because I don't want to use my stovetop or my oven because it's all propane. I want
Right.
to save the propane in case I need the heat if the electric goes out. I want to have like my furnace working.
Well, we don't need you burning the RV down.
No, hopefully I won't do that. You know, but I do want to be able to have the options between the cooking and other stuff. So
Yeah.
especially
I
in the
like
morning
my
when
air
you want to
fryer.
cook a couple eggs. If you're if you're firing up the propane cooktop with a pan and trying to do all that stuff, sometimes an electric skillet is easier, especially if you have shore power. It's just easier to have that and run it. We'll see.
My
I'm
mic.
gonna
My,
try.
well, the mic is still on the headset. I don't know what's going on. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
It's not Sunday. It's Monday.
George, yeah, I know, right? Georgie
My-
wants to know if you have lithium batteries.
I don't. I got regular. I got regular deep cycle marine batteries in the back. I've got 3 of them.
Monday, Monday, Monday.
Exactly. If my better half said something about like picking something up because it was free on Monday, and she goes, "Well, it says it's Monday, but it's Sunday, and the date is Sunday," and I'm like, no, that date is Monday, honey. McFly, hello." And,
Monday,
yeah.
Monday, Monday.
Wow.
I don't know.
So, yeah.
Let me see if I can. Does that work? Nope.
I don't know.
Damn, I don't know what's going on.
You got some other
Ain't
folks
no-
you want? You got some other folks you want to bring on, Sonia?
I don't know if anybody else wants to come up and say hi. Bruce is tending to his granddaughter until she goes to bed, and then he'll be in.
Yep.
Kevin's waiting till after
There's no
Jeopardy.
Rob on the road or
Rob's at work.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. My goodness.
But other than that,
Yeah.
Groundhog Day.
What?
Georgie said Groundhog Day.
Isn't it in February?
Tony! Tony. That's what I thought.
Yep. Well, you see, I have the wall. I have the wall of me gone. I only have this one picture in the back now.
I see that. What is up with that?
I'm just packing it all up. I didn't want to be too obnoxious with my Nobel Prize certificate and everything else.
You can hang it all up in the RV.
Yeah, exactly. That should be fun. I don't know where the heck I'm going to put it.
Do you know what type of house you're going to be in the market for when you get down there? Do you know what you're looking to be smaller? Or?
Really obnoxiously expensive, apparently by my better half's standards. Here we go. So here's the criteria. Here's the criteria. About the bullet list. Let's see. Number 1, we don't want a fixer-upper. Okay. Number 2, we want at least a 4-bedroom house. Good luck with that one. Number 3, we don't want to be on a well. Well, that's going to be fun in New Jersey. Number 4, she wants to be near civilization. Okay, I get that.
She wants to. Yeah, but the town isn't that far from you. What is she
No,
talking
it
about?
isn't. But like,
I mean,
here's the joke I had. So I went through
like
a
the town
walking tour.
is right down the street from you right now.
Oh, I know. And it's so cheap to live there. So I went through a walking tour with like my new, employers and the mayor and everything. So we went through this neighborhood walking tour for like new neighborhood, design standards. Like basically telling neighbors how they can design their house because you need to be in compliance. If you build a house here, we don't want you building something we don't like. Okay then. So, yeah, you hear that? So I'm like, okay. So we come across this old house. It's from the 1920s. It's it's got shutters, 2-story. It's got a big lot. Not bad. owned by the same couple for the last like 60 years. They passed away. It's an estate.
Right.
It's never been updated, so it's like you walk in, it's like a time capsule. You know the kind of house I'm talking about, right? Like the kitchen works.
Oh, you mean like the one next door to you?
Yeah, there. Right, exactly. So you walk into the kitchen, it's got a toaster where you flip the toast, like you pull the thing out and it like flips the toast over, and you know, and like there's no dishwasher. The washing machine has like the crank on it, you know, that kind of stuff. Whatever. But you know, it's traditional, whatever. It's got potential. So the mayor looks at me and goes, "Oh, this would be a good house for you. I bet you it'll be a bargain for you." Now, she knows what I get paid, right, through this city for this new job. I look up this, first of all, the sign on the street. Okay, can we all agree right now? The realtor sign on the street is from Sotheby's. When you see Sotheby's,
Yeah.
do you think it's going to be a fixer-upper? I'm thinking not.
Nope. It's a mucho dinero.
Yeah, so I looked it up, and I literally hit the floor. It was 1.75 million for this house.
What?
And I'm like, as an architect, I'm looking at this house and I'm like, where I live, if it was $200,000, you'd be lucky, because it needed so much work. I mean, it had like a roof from like 50 years ago on the house. It was so, like, everything needed to be redone. And I'm like, because
But your
where
wife's
it
like,
was,
it's cute.
yeah, because where it's in the right neighborhood, it's $1.75 million. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. Is there a I don't know, a tent or a mobile home somewhere in this neighborhood that I could buy?
She's spoiled because of what you got right now.
Yeah, well, you can say that. So I'm looking at my supervisor and I'm like, really? I mean, you
Hey,
wonder
Sid.
why employees don't live in your town? They can't afford it, you know? So yeah, the search continues. But right now we're looking at anything that my wife I would find a cabin out in the woods with, basically a well and minimal electric, pull the RV in and live there with a dog.
She wouldn't be happy with that.
Right, with a dog, and I'd be good. No problem. But anything she's looking at, because she doesn't want to do the same thing over and over again, it's like $500,000. It's like $500,000.
Hey, Kathleen.
I'm like, well, that's going to be fun.
Things are only worth what some fool is willing to pay for them.
Oh yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like we lived in Long Island. It was the same deal. We kept looking at houses back then and 30 years ago, and there were $300,000 for a decent place that was it was outrageous back then.
Yeah.
We bought a fixer-upper piece of junk and put a lot of money into it just to be in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but you got a lot of land.
I do right now.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying. I mean, your backyard is deep.
If I try to find anything similar down there, like not even in the town, like even like an hour outside the town, we're talking like $800,000 for my place. But I'm not going to get $800,000 where I am.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. If I get $300,000,
Well, what are the comps going for around you?
$250.
Okay.
Not bad, not horrible, but still a lot less. You can't walk away with what you cash out here and go down there and you're done.
Right.
And buy a place down there. It's very different. So, like I said, my place would be $250 all day long, easy, but it would be $1 million and change down there.
Down there, yeah.
Yeah. So oh well, such is life. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Right.
It is what it is, I guess.
That's right. So.
You're checking Willow every day because new stuff always pops up on.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that.
Zillow.
I'm doing that all the time. I even found an old church that was going to be like an old Baptist church, like small one. with like 3 acres with like a little school building next door to it, and I go, hey, we could buy that. And look, nah, I'm not gonna do it. It's a project, another project. So it's an open floor plan, honey. Just take the pews out. You're good. Put the bed up near the altar. You're good. No, she don't want to do that. So, oh well.
You just have to come in and say a prayer every time you walk.
Yeah, exactly. Or something. And
Yeah,
you know,
Sue just called Fatima Fatimog. You just changed her name. Hi, Fatimog.
Fatima. And meanwhile, you know, like 2 of our kids are heading out of the house. The one's
Right.
22, the other one's going to be 18. And I'm like, why do we need to buy a 4-bedroom house if like 2 of the kids are going to be gone?
Are they going to be gone like forever, or are they just going to
Well,
school?
they want to be. They want to be out. They don't want to come back. And I'm like, why do you want to invite them back with like a 4 or 5-bedroom house? You know, like no. Because that makes it hard too, right, Sonia? You know, you look for a place that's like 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms, you can do it, but anything over that, and it's a stretch. So,
Yeah. Kathleen knows a couple of different families that live in old churches, well-made buildings with tons of potential.
Yep.
It can be done. I mean, if you're willing to have the work done to it and
Yeah.
have the money to have the work done to it.
I know, that's the other thing too, right? So, you know.
It be what it be.
Yep. I don't mind unique properties. As an architect, the problem with me is I look at some place and I go, oh, I could do some things to this. And you're like, no, you can't. You know, you're gonna sucker yourself into another $200,000 worth of BS. Make it
Yeah, but
really
you could
want.
sit down with your CAD program
Yeah.
and say, okay, we can do this, this, and this, and make it work, you know.
Yeah, but then it's
Instead of
the
having a
money,
contract.
right? You know what I mean? Like I can do the drawings, but I don't print the money.
Right.
So, you know, and people want to get paid. That's the crazy thing. If I could just
How dare
find
you.
somebody who doesn't want to get paid to do all that work, I'd be good. It'd be great. But that's not how it works. I only do that. I put the tool belt on, and I go to work. You know, nights, weekends, and. But I'm getting old. I'm not really thrilled about doing that. I'm not 30 anymore. I can't work till 2 a.m. in the morning anymore. And
You saying
bang
you're an
out
old
a
fart?
renovation project. Yeah.
Scott says Baptist churches don't have altars. They
See,
call them.
this is my new nameplate.
Nope.
You have to learn to say that when you get little.
Nope.
Yeah.
You'll find something will come along and be like, yep, that's it.
Exactly. And then we have to jump right on it.
Oh yeah, like right away. Otherwise, it won't be there.
I found stuff on the other side of DC, like towards like the ocean side,
Right.
like east of DC. That's cheap and it's reasonable, but then it takes you like 2 hours to get to your job. Yippee!
Hey Bill,
That's
how
why
are
it's
you?
cheap.
Merry Christmas to you also. No is a complete sentence. Yeah, the further out you go, you'll find something. Then you got to deal
Yeah,
with
sure.
drive.
You can go to West Virginia and you pick up plenty of stuff that's reasonable.
And you got to deal with the drive and the traffic. And around
Yeah.
DC, you don't want to mess with that drive. I mean, that traffic.
Yeah, and there's only so many ways in, so you have to be careful about that. I mean,
Well, thank
a
you
lot
very
of
much,
areas
Bill.
are like that. I need a helicopter or something.
Get one of those. What is it? The one-man jetpacks with the propellers on them, and you just
yeah, the unicopters or something.
Yeah.
Yep. Or now
I don't know.
The big thing is everybody's working remote, and
Right.
we've got some folks on our staff right now that like where they live, and like if they get forced to come in person to commute each day, they're gonna quit. They're gonna quit. They live like 90 minutes away. They're not gonna make that commute.
Echo.
And Echoing?
Yeah,
Echo.
I'm echoing on your end. Hold on one second.
You're not echoing on my end. I'm good. How about if I do this?
Oh, I think I got rid of it.
No, that's okay.
Did I get rid of it? Nope.
I don't know. All right. If I'm going to echo for you, we need to get somebody else out in here. How about Aloha Kong? Can you get out here? No?
Nope. I don't know. I'm lost. Oh, got that. That didn't do it either. I don't know.
It's like these darn Teams meetings and WebEx and goodness knows what else, all the glitches.
It's possible, Bree. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You guys are hearing me through Dan's speaker. I think that's what it is.
Oh, maybe? Okay. So if I go off, you're gonna go like mute.
Oh, I won't go mute. I'm just trying to make sure I'm still using the mic for the. Hello? Who the hell knows?
No. All right. So I've been on for like 40 minutes.
Well, I mean,
I know you're a marathon person. You've been on for like 6 hours, 10 hours. It's like
I haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah, but you've done a couple of them like that. You've been going at it. You know.
My longest one was well, if you want to count the drive streams.
Yeah.
11 hours.
Yeah, 11. I was only going to say that. Yeah. Which is, I like the drive streams. I got to tell you, because you're driving and I'm not. So I'm like, yeah, I remember that. You know, like, I'm glad I'm not doing it. So,
Monday.
yeah. So
Yeah, Bree got some nasty snow the other day.
yeah, we got a little snow here and it melted off. We got a little bit more snow tonight and it's basically gone again. So
We've been getting dustings and
yeah,
it's gone by like
we've
the
been
morning.
lucky. We've been really lucky so far. You know, like I think was it last year or the year before where I had like my snowplow video.
That was last year. We got pummeled last year.
And like had so much snow, the snowplow didn't work because I couldn't push the snow any further out of the driveway. So I'm like, oh, this is crappy.
Yeah, we got pummeled last year.
Yeah, so I'm glad that it's pretty open.
And this year it's warm.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with.
But the scary thing is I'm going to be down in Maryland. My family's still going to be in New York. So now I got to get somebody to clear the driveway out. Because I won't be
And you
there.
have a long ass driveway.
I do. Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
It's good because my last name's Long, so I should have a long ass driveway.
Yeah.
Long asphalt driveway. Please remember that. So yeah, and a sidewalk that we got to clear off. Otherwise, we're going to get fined if we don't clear the sidewalk off.
Hey, Nate.
So Nate.
The only dusting we got today was actual dust. That's funny. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Nate, I came in and said hi last night in your live stream. I don't know if you saw me or not.
If not, you need to buy some stuff on Sonia's live stream store. Go ahead.
My live stream store.
Do it now. Do it now. I don't know. Is there a thing on there on the chat?
Yeah, it's always on there.
It's always on there. Whoosh. Meanwhile, I still have your mug. It's awesome. And my one last vintage RV'er mug, the handle broke off.
Oh no!
I was making coffee this morning. I went to pick it up. I'm like, oh, hopefully this is not a sign of future problems.
Things to come. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Like my vintage RV'er mug breaks, and I'm like going to go on this big trip. I'm like, no.
Jim just used yours the other day, I think.
Yeah.
The mug you gave him.
Hopefully,
Nate says
give
I
him the
get so
better one.
distracted. Nate gets so distracted by squirrels, he never knows what's happening during his live stream.
Yeah, I know.
Squirrels.
I think I got rid of that one that was trying to climb back in my house.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Took two
Finally?
trips. Took 2 trips, but I think I got rid of them.
Wow.
So.
That's
They're
when you
voracious. Those gray squirrels, man. They're persistent.
They are. After you drove them how many miles away and they came
Well, the
back?
first time I drove them 9 miles. The second time I drove them like 9 or 10. Across some more obstacles, which I figured he'd get run over if he tried to cross them. You know, bringing them across an interstate highway, I think, was the clincher. So.
That's when you hunt up the lost tube of super glue, Dan.
Yeah, something. I had a lot of suggestions from people on how to, get rid of the problem. So,
And you can get rid of them yourself.
Oh yes, And I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I had to just drive his butt somewhere and let him go. So let fate intervene. I don't want to be fate. I don't want to be the judge, jury, and whatever.
Hey, traveling with special abilities. Welcome, welcome. How are you? I don't know why I'm echoing. Don't ask, because I can't figure it out. I think it's Dan's fault. Squirrels are easy to get rid of. They make good stew. I can do that too. Right?
What do you mean it's my fault? Just saying. Anyway.
Ooh, that was scary. Ay, caramba.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
How are ya? How are ya? How are ya?
So I mean, we only have we only have 4 days left of this year,
Something like that.
and this year sucked too.
And I'm off this week. They gave us off. They shut the warehouse down.
I just when I remember 2019, but 2019 wasn't so great, and I thought, oh, it'd be great to get into 2020. And we got into 2020, and then in March, all this went crazy.
Yeah, I'm off this week, Stu.
The whole thing,
Unpaid.
and I thought, well, 2021 will be better. Now we're going to be into 2022.
Right. Are you ready?
And
Monday.
Yeah, exactly. I'm waiting for either the alien invasion or the asteroid strike. I don't know. One of those something. Or the solar flare, the giant, solar flare. You ever seen that? You ever have your Google feed? Like your thing here?
Yeah.
And you get it, and every other one is some idiotic, coronal mass ejection thing.
Well, you get on your Google News feed, you get articles depending on what you search for on Google.
But I don't search for that, so I don't know why it keeps coming up with this garbage. That's what drives me crazy. I'm like, I'm not looking for this coronal stuff. Why do you keep giving it to me? Let me see it again. I'm missing it again. Let's see. We'll see if it's going to do it again. Maybe it might. I don't know.
Squirrels follow directions, unlike some of the men in her house.
Yeah, well, they might do that much better, I'm sure. Yeah. No, not. It'll do that at 3 a.m. It'll do a coronal mass ejection thing,
Kathleen, that's because it has to do with the broken X.
Right.
Just saying.
You know what? And it keeps saying it's going to end the internet. I'm like, please, go for it.
Scott figured it wouldn't be too hard to do. Just give them a few cashews and detailed directions. YouTube is recommending religious channels to Kathleen. She thinks they're trying to tell her something. It's
Yeah.
possible. You never know. They're saying, Kathleen, you are the
It's
devil.
scary. It's scary, when you go onto these sites and they're, I don't know, they like a paranoid, prepper or whatever, but they do wherever they can. They try to find out your preferences or search, history, and they try to cater advertisements to you. And there's
Yeah,
stuff that pops up all the time. I'm like, whoa, you know? Like,
that's
I
right,
just did
Kath.
an inadvertent thing about Facebook like 2 weeks ago. I've not been on Facebook since 2016. I got rid of it when I took a government job. I just got rid of it. I didn't even want to get into the whole, you posted this, or, I'm like, no, not going to do it. Not going to go there.
You
I'm not going
mentioned
to get
God.
baited. Right, I'm not going to get baited, so I'm just getting rid of it.
You
And
mentioned
I
God.
got this invite from Facebook about you can reactivate your. This is like 5 years later. You can reactivate your account. And I'm like, hey, you still got my stuff? Like, really, dude? That is scary. Like you can start all over again, like it was 2016. No, I don't want to. No.
Lorraine says you mentioned God, and bang, there you go.
Yeah.
Nate's been getting way too many bra ads. I might
Well,
have to discontinue talking about pasties.
is it? Is it? Is it bra ads or bro ads? It's the man bro. You get
Kathleen talks about pasties and wind up with lots of recipes for various hand pies.
Oh, okay then.
Pasties are furry.
What?
Oh, they think that Kathleen is talking about pasties, which is what
Oh
Stu
yeah,
likes to
exactly.
have. Mm-mm-mm. Nobody said YouTube could spell either, or pronunciate
Yeah,
words.
yeah. And the auto spell will get you in trouble every time on the phone.
Totally.
You didn't mean to look that up. It was auto spell.
That happened. That happened.
It
What was
wasn't
it?
me, Your Honor. It was auto spell. It's not my
Pasty and pasty are actually spelled the same. Yeah, they're just
Oof.
pronounced differently.
Yes.
Yeah, but you if you use like the speech to text on your phone, and oh my god, the
Now they
phone
have
will
your voice.
destroy
Now they have
your.
your voice. Now they can access all your accounts. Right?
And it will destroy your sentence by one word. Forget about it. You're done.
Oosh. Scary.
I have a major announcement to make.
To break?
My Dunkin' Donuts is finished. Somebody go to
Oh
Dunkin' Donuts
well.
for me. Very upset.
I found I was brewing like 12 cups of coffee in the morning. Brown beans,
Yeah.
and brewing the coffee. And my kids were all making iced coffee out of it. Like I'd get downstairs in the morning, they'd go to school, and there'd be like this much left in the pot, and the rest of it they'd all made iced coffee out of. I'm like, oh, well, that's great, wonderful.
Scott says
I need one of those bun like percolators, the big ones. The
I actually
20
in
or
the
30
camper
cup
we
ones.
have a 1 cup Keurig
No.
that Jim uses for coffee every morning, and then I'll use it for like hot chocolate. It's space saver. It's only about this wide.
Yeah.
It's 1 cup, and it's
Yeah,
it's
we
fine.
do. We do. I used to do in my office. We used to do what we call the campfire coffee, where you'd make a big pot, and whatever didn't get used, you just add to it the next day. You just keep brewing it.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna go through Kathleen. This is actually number 2 today, Kathleen. I've already had my second. There's a
Do it.
Scott says that pasties and pasties are both filled with goodies.
Now that's one way of looking at it, or two ways of looking at it, I guess.
Lorraine is 200 miles away from her local Dunkin' Donuts. Oh my God.
Oof. Wow.
That's
Good
a
for
long
you.
drive.
Good for you.
3 hours at least. 3.5 hours. Mm-mm.
Yep. Stay away from the eclairs.
How's your diet going?
It's going. I'm
Yeah.
kind of falling off it a little bit, but not
Ooh.
too bad. I lost like 35 pounds. I'm trying to get another 15 off, which is
And
always the
it's the
hardest.
stress of the move and everything. You'll get back on it.
No joke. And I do stress eat. I'm like, I need comfort food late at night. I'm just like,
Don't
and
do
then
that.
I
You'll
feel
gain
bad because like at night I'm like, "Ugh," my stomach is like not feeling
bloated.
so great, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this isn't the way I used to feel.
Well, don't stay on that wagon because you'll gain it all back and then some.
No, no. So I recognized it. So I'm going back to I'm cutting all. See, the thing is that gets me is the carbs, right? You get like I like those dinner rolls. The nice like the ones with the split down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's late at night, and I get some nice butter, and I get some garlic powder, and I make them into garlic butter rolls, and I put them
Throw
on
them in
the
the toaster oven.
and I have like 5 of them, and then I go to bed, and I'm like,
Right after you eat.
and I just, and I know that's bad, so I've tried to like, okay, I try to substitute something else, either a thing of popcorn, like air popcorn, or something like vegetable wise that I just that'll fill me up, or drink a bunch of water too. I'll do a couple glasses of water and then go to bed.
Kathleen found your 35 pounds. She wants to know if you want them back.
You can keep it. Thank you. Send it to somebody else.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. And I found my high school graduation pictures, and I was like this nerdy geek with like braces on, and I was like, like super skinny. I'm like, oh, that's a big difference. So,
Is air popcorn even worth making? Just asking.
it is. It's exciting to watch it
That's
spin
about the
around
fun
in
of
the
it.
air popper. When's it gonna pop? When's it gonna pop? When's it gonna pop? Boop! And the first one pops, and it goes great.
It's like sitting there
Exciting.
shaking the thing of Jiffy Pop, right? Over the stove.
Jiffy Pop, yeah, Jiffy Pop, but you could cause a fire with Jiffy Pop. I mean, let's face it. We got it over the stove, and you get lazy and you go, oh, I'm not gonna move it so much, and then you start smelling it burn, and it's like, and instead of expanding, it just kind of just smolders, and there's a fire that comes out of the opening in the top of that stupid Jiffy Pop thing, and you've burnt the whole damn thing, but you don't want to admit it, so you keep shaking it. Hopefully maybe it'll pop now. Maybe it'll pop now. No, everything's a meteorite. Everything's a carbonized meteorite in that thing now. And you open it up and you're like, oh, this is bad.
All right.
And you have to dump it. So it was an art to do. It's an art to do the Jiffy Pop, I gotta tell you. And they're still around. You can still get them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Inca, what's up?
Arsonists really like Jiffy Pop ones. They pull them out. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the Jiffy Pop. It burned the house down. Sorry.
Kathleen says you'd love it here. I have to greatly increase the calories for her guys in the winter, so it's carb city around this place.
Well, I got turned on to Coke Zero because apparently it's not Diet Coke, but I guess I'm being lied to. It is Diet Coke. It's just whatever. It's red instead of silver in the label. So I bought a couple cases of Coke Zero, and then like all my kids are drinking it. So I go to like get a Coke Zero, and like there's
There's
can
none left.
in the box.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Come on. So.
Jiffy Pop is great junk popcorn.
Yep.
Fatima says.
Yep.
What you eating, Inca? What's on the menu tonight? I don't know why.
Is it Hot Pockets? Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
Yum.
No, that's Red Robin.
Oh, it is? Oh, shit.
Red Robin. Yum.
Yum. Right, you're right. So what
Yes,
is Hot
Kathleen.
Pockets? It's just a Hot Pockets. That's
Pockets.
it?
Yeah, that's it.
Son of a gun.
Kathleen, if you're making popcorn, make sure you make enough for all 16 of us. Just saying.
Yes, please.
I can see Kathleen. She's probably got one of those huge
And she
beer
knows how many.
vats.
And she knows how many bags that is too. If there's 16 people, you know how many bags.
She says she's got to make a vat of popcorn. It's probably this huge thing that you like pour
Vat.
beer in or something.
Yeah, a vat. You need to get one of those like the ones that look like the old like movie theater popcorn poppers. You know, the ones with a tub in it, and you could put
Right.
all the junk in there and pop all the popcorn in there, and
So you
serve it
just-
in those crazy little striped, bags.
Yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
cost like $2 a bag to give to somebody.
Stu just finished the homemade guacamole she made.
Guacamole.
Bob is eating the salsa. Ew. No avocado.
What?
No
Really?
avocado. Nope, I will hide now. Send me to the corner.
Okay.
I would be horrible, like, if I was a vegetarian. I would starve to death. I would. I'd be living on bread. Hey, Julie. Kathy does make good caramel corn. Make it by the 30-gallon garbage bag.
Caramel corn,
We go
caramel
out.
corn, caramel corn.
30-gallon garbage bags when we go out to move herbs.
Wow. Is it caramel corn or kettle corn?
She said caramel. Bob doesn't like avocado either. That's why I make both. Mm. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Baby, it's so good. Oh, did I sing? I'm sorry.
You're gonna get copyright struck. Beep.
Shh. Boop. Send me to the corner.
There you go. And we're back.
Inca made asparagus.
Asparagus, yeah, that's
Butternut squash.
Yeah.
Avocado, then coconut cabbage.
Avocado. No, that's avocado.
Avocado. I'm sorry. Then coconut
Coconut. That's coconut.
and cabbage.
And cabbage, right? Exactly. You got
Cabbage
it.
soup
You
with
got
kale, onions, peppers, mushrooms, and flat brioche.
Yep. It's amazing how that sounds so much better when you pronounce it that way.
It does.
Right? It's exotic. Especially the cabbage.
Fatima used to have one of those movie-style popcorn poppers for class rewards for behavior.
There you go.
Kathleen doesn't understand how anyone can dislike avocado. Here's another one. Sue has been making homemade tortilla chips
Tortillas.
using flour tortillas
No,
and
it's
spices.
homemade. It's homemade.
Oh yes, homemade tortilla.
Homemade.
Homemade tortilla chip
Homemade. Right. Homemade tortilla chips.
using flour tortillas
Flour.
and spices in the air fryer.
Oh boy. Somebody needs to get the giant hook out.
Hi, Kevin. Is back. Lorraine wants that kind of popcorn cart for her bus.
Like, we joke about the pronunciation, but we never call Target Target. We always call it Target.
There's actually a guy on Facebook, on
All my
YouTube.
kids call it Target. They don't call it Target. Everyone.
There's a guy on YouTube he made a whole video about pronouncing words differently, and he does it really fast, so it sounds like a different language. It's pretty cool. Bree's daughter told her again today she was going to be a How would you pronounce vegetarian? Hey, Charlie Grace. How would you do that? Veg.
Vegetarian. Vegetarian?
Vegetarian.
Yeah, tarian.
Vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian. Yeah,
Vegetarian.
vegetarian. Yeah,
Homemade crotchatory.
it's like a Kardashian, but a little different in many ways, apparently.
So we pronounce words. You could do like the whole
Or if you're a Game of Thrones person, it's like a Targaryen, but it's a vegetarian.
vegetarian.
Yeah.
Apparently, pepperoni pizza is vegetarian. No, it's not. How is that?
If there's no real meat in pepperoni, you might have to try it.
Tofu pepperoni.
Tofu, tofu pepperoni.
Uh,
That might be a patent. You better watch out for that, Sonia. You better
yeah, I know,
put that
right?
out there. Tofu pepperoni. Isn't that a new wave band?
There you go. It's an echo we can't get rid of, Charlie Grace. We don't know where it's coming
Tofu
from.
pepperoni.
Pepperoni trees?
No.
Hey, Remen!
Tofu pepperoni.
What's up, Remen?
You've got the
Tortilla.
YouTube feed. I
No,
don't.
it's-
I can't shut mine off.
Naj, it's tortilla. Get it right.
Tortilla.
Tortilla. Remen Passion
Or torilla.
from Traveling Roberts.
Or
Yeah.
maybe it's a torilla. I don't know.
Pecker trees are made of wood. Yes, Kevin. Kevin is forever stuck on pecker pizza.
Pepperoni?
Pepperonis, yes.
Kevin's special pepperoni. There we go.
Dan is echoing, and we don't know why.
I can't see the comments because I don't have the YouTube up.
Well, what the hell? So you just go like this, and bam, there they
So
are.
I'm just going blind here, unless you put something up on the screen down there. I have no idea what people are saying.
Well,
So I'm just flying blind here.
I'm looking for stuff to change the pronunciation of. See, Kathleen's already used to the echo. Monday.
Monday. Monday.
I don't know. I don't make the rules. Not my fault. Not taking the blame for it today. See, Najee's trying to correct us.
Oh, there you go. Tortilla.
No, it's tortilla.
Tortilla. It's tortilla.
Tortilla.
No, torilla. Isn't it a torilla?
Torilla, yes. Yes,
Or
Kevin, I just got the notification.
Or tortilla. Tortilla.
Tortilla.
Like
Bruce is
Godzilla.
hanging out with his
It's a
granddaughter,
tortilla.
Catherine.
I don't know.
He'll be in after his granddaughter goes to bed.
Does anyone have any trips planned for the New Year's? Like any?
I
RV
do.
trips?
Sue says the Glue Gehrig line, I am the happiest man on the face of the earth.
And then it got ALS. Congratulations. I'm just saying.
You had to go there. Bree's trying to keep the snow
So
at her
don't
house.
ever jinx yourself by saying I'm the luckiest person ever. Yeah, don't say that. Just keep a low profile. You're good.
We're going to be in 50s
50s.
by the end of the weekend. Yeah.
All right.
The
So you don't have
50s.
to see reruns of I Love Lucy anymore. You're going to see him live again.
There's Jim.
Oh,
Kathleen.
there he is. Hello, sir.
They're upset because you're not participating.
He's like, oh, wait, really?
No, it's not. It's still in my head. Oh, look, Najee's trying to teach us Spanish. Rojo.
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 Rojo. I know enough Russian to get that going with the R's and the Ch's.
Oh, that's when you were trying to do the whole Bill Alexander thing on Bruce's live stream when he
Blocha.
couldn't hear you.
Blocha. Anyone know what blocha means in Russian?
You were like
Blocha.
alizarin crimson and Van Dyke brown.
Yeah, yeah. Like it was the he was like Bob Ross's evil twin, right? Was it Jason Alexander? What was the guy's name?
William Alexander.
He was the German guy. Fire it in, fire it in. Yeah, little crimson and Van Dyke Brown. He liked the Van Dyke Brown quite a bit.
Van Dyke brown.
Van Dyke Brown and little crimson. And you fire it in. I'm thinking, geez, this guy's like definitely the opposite of Bob Ross.
Kathleen's been in the 50s. Will be in the minus territory this weekend.
Woo! Oh yeah,
No.
there's gonna be. We've got the cold wave coming through.
Yeah, but only for like the next couple days, and it's gonna be warm again.
Fur.
It's gonna be warm again.
Fur.
Maybe not up by you, but
No, because we're at the frozen tundra up here.
frozen tundra. Yeah, 52 tomorrow. 44, 48, 53, 52, 50.
I have no idea what we're gonna be. Let me look. Now you're gonna make me look. You made me look. You made me look.
See? Can't make this stuff up, people. 53. Here's the next.
Oh, look at here it is. Look, it says weather 34, winter weather advisory. Yippee!
And we're having rain right now.
Although it's not bad, I gotta say. Let's see what more days we got here. Let's see what the next few days are. Oh, yeah, early spring. Yes, let's get the groundhog and shoot him. That's what we're gonna do.
Now everyone checks the weather. Yeah, everybody check your weather now, just like you were checking your spice.
Well,
Kathleen,
mine
have you
does it like
checked?
by the minute. It drives me crazy. I'm like, can I just get like a daily thing? Like,
Everybody
I
check
really
your
think.
spice cabinet. Make sure nothing's expired.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I did that. I've got a favorite salad dressing. It's a garlic Caesar dressing,
Yeah.
and it expires like tomorrow.
Charlie Grace has 70s today, and she's getting a you-know-what storm tomorrow.
Thunderstorm.
Or this weekend. No, you know that four-letter S word.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Yeah, shit.
sorry. We
Three
get those all
guys.
the time here.
Twister type of party. Let's twist again, like we did last summer.
Yeah, there we go. F5. Takes the whole twister board off the floor.
Bree, how much snow did you actually get? Scott's got 54.
How much brie did you actually get? That's what I
How
want.
much Bree? Oh, here we go. So here's some more language lessons. Double L is pronounced like Y, and I is E for Tia. No, it's Tilla. I like messing with Nudge. It's tortilla.
Still nobody here has come up with what blocha means. Blocha.
No, Inca, you're awesome, Inca,
Everything.
for being here.
It's Russian. Blocha.
Charlie Grace is going to. She's thinking about getting a Twister playmat.
Oh, hey.
In her closet.
This is my closet. Yeah. Well, to each his own, I guess.
I
Are the
mean,
lights on or off in the closet when you're doing that? Just saying.
I'm coming out. Oh, wait. When she finally gets done being in there.
Yeah. Or the
storm's
prequel.
over.
I'm going in.
And you know what? I could see her doing that too, right? She would be in the closet during the tornado,
Yep.
and then once it's over, she'd swing the door open and go, "I'm coming out."
Right. With a twister mat. With a twister play mat there inside. Yeah. Way to keep people occupied during, when we're in the closet.
Dan, it's something you pay for on a street.
Blocha? No. Well.
We've taken out the RV cushions to use them to hang out when we're
I'll
in the
give you a
tornado.
hint. It's a description.
Bree doesn't even know how much snow she got. I don't know, 3 inches, a foot. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. That brings up the old joke of when guys say this is 6 inches. I'm just saying.
Lorraine's gonna have 90 Friday and Saturday.
Ooh, 90 what?
Temperature, knucklehead. See, I gave her an idea.
See, that's what I'm saying, right? Exactly.
I'm coming out. Make sure you throw the door open, though. Swing that door open hard, Charlie Grace.
Right, exactly.
That would be funny as hell. Put on the disco ball, yeah.
Yeah.
Bree's like, dude,
You gotta have the platform heels too. You gotta have the big platform heels.
She can make a whole freaking video out of it. Like, throw the door open and then the camera goes down to her shoes and then like shows, her outfit and then it's out in front of her and she comes out dancing like, oh my God, why am I choreographing this video?
You need to copyright that.
It will make great content.
There you go.
Ramin.
I think if we all got in a room, a bunch of us got in a room, we would be some great comedy writers. We could really crank some stuff out, I think.
I thought you'll sing I'm Coming Out when you pull yourselves out of the deep snow.
That's true. That's true, too.
They'd be like...
Right.
She tends to have at least a bottle of wine and some... What is that word? Oh, wait, a new word for us to mispronounce. Charcuterie. When it's storm warning time.
Make sure the wine is Red Cat. Just saying. Hazlitt Vineyards, local.
That would be funny. She'll choreograph this whole video. I can see it now. I have the whole video in my head. It's already done, Charlie Grace.
No. What will her husband be doing during that video?
She's got to be using the camera while
Yeah, something.
filming the whole thing. She's got to have the sequin shoes, with the sequin outfit, the disco ball.
You gotta have that feather bola.
Got it, yeah, the boa, yep.
Yeah.
What's
Don't
a
ask me how I know that. I'm just saying.
Dan
I
said
am
a feather
comfortable with
boa.
myself. It's good. I like show tunes and musicals. I'm good.
The feather bola. That's why she has a pole in her office.
Oh. Oof.
Too funny.
Look, I didn't know until I was in my 40s that they had ball bearings in them, which was a mystery to me.
Some large fans and a stripper pole. I can't.
Oof. And large fans were going to be very, let's say, broad-minded on what that means.
Oh. You could probably be in this video too, Dan.
Don't get me started. I'm just saying.
Your final exit from up, the state above us. You could do it. Your final exit.
That's right. Get the break up the disco balls.
Did you? Kathleen says, "Did you say broad-minded?"
Why, yes.
Too funny.
Yeah, Lance. Yeah, he needs to break out his white boots and grow his hair out a little longer. That's good.
I just thought of that video. Like that would be the perfect thing for her to come, after the storm's over and she's okay and everything. Just swing the door open, start the video that way. He'll be singing the final countdown.
Oh,
Kevin, are you come up to say hello? There's the Linky Dinky Doo. For anybody that wants to come up and say hi.
a linkadoo, a
A
linkadoo, a dingadoo. Come on, who's that from? Anybody know?
Where's
I
that
didn't
from?
do it right, but it's close, you know.
A Linkadoo, a Linkadoo.
Linkadoo, a linkadoo. Come on.
Jimmy Durante.
Ha-cha-cha.
Jim said Jimmy Durante.
That's right. Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Ha-cha-cha-cha.
Here he is.
There's Kevin.
Monsieur Kevin.
Yeah. Feels strange being up here again.
Oh, now you're echoing. Turn off your YouTube.
No, my YouTube's off.
Why is everybody echoing today?
I'm not echoing you.
We're all in the mountains. I mean, in a cave.
Are you in a cave? Are you in the basement with
In the
JW?
cave, in the cave, in the cave, in the cave, in the cave.
I still have my socks on.
Oh, my socks on. What's new, Kevin? What's going on? What's cracking? What's popping?
Just wait for the year to end.
Yeah, he's got a lot more stuff piled up in the background there. Holy
Yeah.
McIntyre.
Yeah.
He's been hoarding.
I love hoarding. It's fun.
Hoarding is fun.
There's some kind of sculpture up behind him in the back there. I'm not
They're
sure.
mallard ducks.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Sue.
We're all scraping the bottom of the barrel.
What are you saying?
What are you saying, Kathleen?
This is terrible. That
We're
you
stuck
would
in the
even
barrel.
Say something like that,
It's gonna
scraping
make
the
me
bottom.
How'd you like the dollhouse, Kevin?
Yeah,
She loved it. She
cool.
she accidentally kicked it yesterday and broke it.
Oh, Jesus.
In a fit of rage or just accidental?
Accidental, I hope.
An accidental fit of rage.
Yeah, you know, she's almost 4 going on 14, so.
Oh yes, when they get into the teen years. Good luck with that. We've got one in full swing right now. Yippee! Although she still likes dad, mom is the devil right now. Mom is it's her mom. It's not her stepmom, but boy, you'd think it would be the way she acts. The evil stepmother.
I was the hated one yesterday for whatever.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
You see, what I do is I don't lay down the law at all, Kevin. I don't set any rules. I just let them do whatever the hell I want. And they love me. It's good. I'm good that way.
Right, Like I got a new couch because she torched
Right,
it.
I'm not
It's
strict,
okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Shooting fish in a barrel.
Could be
A barrel of pickles. A barrel of laughs. Or a barrel of a shotgun.
How about the barrel of monkeys?
How about
What
Creighton
happened to the
Barrel?
barrel of monkeys? How
Hmm.
about the double barrel? No? Not a double barrel.
No double barrel. So what's going on, Kevin?
I was just enjoying the day off.
Until he had to go to work here. Then he's done.
Yeah.
See.
Daughters get worse, Bruce says. Daughters get worse? What?
No, there's a certain. I believe there is a certain time period in which daughters become challenging. Let's just put it that way.
Challenging. Cracker Barrel?
My oldest is 22 and she's great. But Piper turns 4 next, 2 weeks? But she already acts like a teenager and totally has her mom's attitude. I hope she's not watching. Yeah.
Maureen is like, la la la, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, la la la. Now she's getting violent.
Yeah. And you can't take them out? Yes, you can take them out. You can certainly take them out. I'm just saying.
Bree's daughter's 10. She's not allowed to get worse.
Yeah, well, have fun with that.
Just make sure you keep on getting that vegetarian pepperoni. You'll be good.
Yep, exactly. No hormones, no chicken. Don't get any of that, Purdue chicken. That'll send them off the edge.
You'll have the arm growing out of the forehead.
Oh, dang. With all those hormones, they'll just... they'll develop so fast, your head will be spinning.
How does it work to be a vegetarian on a farm that has like animals that make meat? Is she going to be
Wait a
out there
minute.
with?
Wait. You're on a farm of animals that make meat.
Well, okay, you can turn them into food. We'll just leave it there. Right.
Just wait until they get in their 13s.
How delicious is this meat?
I mean, I had to enjoy her now. She's turning 4 in January.
Yeah.
Oh, now she's going to give her kids a quick trip to the... Damn, Naj. Wow.
Get those wisdom teeth out. Smart, it's nowadays. I think it's harder if you've got like boys. Like I grew up as a boy. You probably know that. We're generally stupid. We can't, we lie about something, we can't remember it, and we screw up like 2 hours later. And,
all right, have a good night.
Out. Girls, they're sneaky and they're clever, and they have like long-term planning. Like if they've got some sort of grudge, they can hold that out for like, I don't know, 2-3 decades or more.
Decades. Remember that time?
And and then it just gains this it's like a fine wine. It just gets better with age, and they can culture that, and it's 50 years, nothing for them.
Because they're pre-programmed by the devil.
Yes, exactly. And
That's
so,
how it works.
yeah, absolutely. And so, we as, like when I have 3 sons, and like, we catch them all the time on stuff that's just BS. They screw up, and like, no, I didn't do that. Sure, you carved your name in the damn breakfast table. That's your name there. You carved your name in. Oh, why I was put my placeholder on my okay, whatever. All sorts of crazy stuff. And they come in late, and they try to sneak in, and they get caught in the window or whatever. That wasn't me. Okay, whatever.
It was your evil twin, right?
Yeah, it was your evil twin, right? Exactly. But the girls always leave this like range of doubt. You just never really can prove whether or not they actually
have a good night, Kathleen.
Plausible deniability is sort of like the catchphrase for that kind of situation. So hey, it's a I guess it's a evolutionary trait that is just endemic with.
And it's funny because it's their name carved into the kitchen table, but they didn't do it. All right, so somebody else here by that name?
Yeah, but my daughter would carve somebody else's name into the kitchen table just because. That's what.
Naj's son is only stupid. The daughter gets stupid every other day. Oh God.
Yeah, let me tell you, they catch on darn quick. They adapt real fast, but they need to, because they're the ones that have the kids, and if they can't adapt quickly, then the human race would be gone. I'm just saying. So I don't blame them for that, having that quality, for being extra clever. They get away from the saber-toothed tigers or whatever, back in the day, and they knew how to do that.
Right.
Meanwhile, the rest of the guys would be like, duh, and they get
growing up as a boy, it was a lose-lose situation for us. We were screwed from the beginning.
It just. So my wife even admits the boys are easier to deal with in general, and I think you ask any mom, I think that's probably something you would hear.
That's a whole big conversation in itself, because every mother's going to have a different answer.
Maybe, but I think a lot of them would say boys are easier because you catch them.
Well, what I noticed with Piper,
Yeah.
she's always trying to push the buttons of Betsy. How much further can I go? How much
Yeah.
more can I do before she
yeah.
snaps? And then when she snaps, it comes back at me. So
Yeah. Why is that? What the heck?
it's that lose-lose situation.
You know. Right.
Just duck out of the way when the boomerang comes back.
Why didn't you do anything about it?
You know what?
Because
You know what I said?
I'm smart enough to stay away.
Well, good for you. I'm not smart enough. My wife said one day when I asked her, "Why are you yelling at me?" And she goes, "'Cause you're here."
Because you're here.
"'Cause you're in the way."
I was shooting a video yesterday of Piper driving her Power Wheels motorhome, or learning to drive. And it didn't go well. And Betsy was trying to teach her, and Betsy blows up, and I had to stop recording right then and there because it would have went to R-rated really fast. And I was to be played. She was going into the road, and she was not going in the road. She was still in the median, and she still had another 6 feet to go.
Another 6 feet to go.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, here comes the stupid part of being a man. I said a few things I shouldn't have said, and it got worse.
So the de-escalation effort was unsuccessful, is what you're saying.
I threw a tanker truck of fuel on that one.
A tanker truck of fuel.
Yeah. So I thought today would be great. She had to go to work. I had a day off. It wasn't that peaceful still. And to make it worse, I thought, well, okay, I can sleep in for once. This is great. 6:15, I get a text from one of the workers. Where the hell is everybody? We're shut down until tomorrow. Well, why the hell didn't anyone tell me? I drove back from Wisconsin. I'm like, well, you know, I mean, we've been talking about it for 3 months.
I know. Well, I'll pay for Duncan. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I mean, oh, you should have seen, it was very colorful.
Don't text my wife. Damn it.
Yeah. Oh.
I'll pay you $200 not to text her. Shut up and sleep in the truck.
Yeah, really.
Hey, Arnie. Lorraine says that's why you're in the basement.
Yeah, well.
It's safe down here.
Basement or garage? I don't know.
This is basement. It's too cold to be in a garage up here right now.
Thank you for subscribing, Tornado Tony.
TT.
TT.
Oh, although he'd be called Toto because his first two letters of each of his things is Toto, Tornado, Tony, Toto. Oh wait, isn't there a whole thing for like Wizard of Oz? That's why they named the dog Toto.
I don't know.
Maybe
Look
the
it
dog's
up.
name was really Tornado Tony.
Somebody Google why is the dog in
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz named Toto.
Toto.
Well, it's supposed to be tofu, but they misspelled it.
I'll fry you, my pretty.
With a bit of butter.
Yes.
Hey, I haven't been trolled yet. That's amazing.
Really? Seriously? Why are we here then?
No,
I
they're
don't
stupid.
understand. We've been trolling you for the last hour and 35 minutes.
It's all good.
Boom.
I'm talking about the troll bots that everybody's been getting.
Yeah, there's been a few sneaky ones of getting in there, but
Some days it's really quiet, and then like some days you just get slammed. I mean, the other day I think I knocked 5 of them out of Bruce's chat. All one right after the other. They all came in at the same time. I was like, damn.
So violent, those poor bots.
Nosh says there's a town named Toto. I don't know. Somebody Google it. Why is the dog in the Wizard of Oz named Toto?
God, I think there's got to be a reason they named the dog Toto, because that's not like a common name for a dog. I mean, come on, Spot, whatever. I don't know. Bunny.
Yeah, Nate, I think he had just uploaded it.
Yeah, don't ever trust Adobe.
Kevin's like, oh yeah, it's coming out this afternoon.
Oh, I was so mad because I had it all done. It was supposed to go out at 1 o'clock, and then it comes up with this like error because they updated some software, but it had bugs in it.
Oh,
So
nice.
I had to remove a bunch of. So there's stuff missing from it, not because I finally gave up because Tanya was like, trying to
Lots
kill
of
me,
bugs.
sending me these death threats and everything.
Because
We will
Frank
find
said,
you.
I am woman, hear me roar.
Yikes.
Frank was like, did I miss it? And I was like, hurry up, Kevin.
Everything that I had planned today totally went right out the damn window.
It might be afternoon where Nate is, but not where I am.
Yeah, as well. It's late afternoon.
There's a band named
Well, we
Toto.
know there's a band named Toto, but I think it was named after the dog. Yeah, but we want to know why the dog was named Toto.
Totobor Tornado Observatory.
Well, okay.
Totable Tornado.
Tornado.
Observatory.
Oldsmobile?
Yeah. I like that Keen and Peele routine where the substitute teacher comes in and mispronounces everybody's name.
Oh,
And if you saw that one where he like pronounces it differently, I'll say. And it's fun watching that.
they named the tornado place after Toto. It's got to be a reason for it. Maybe the dog is a member.
The dog is a member. I don't know. Member of what? Is it? I don't know.
Scott said it's based on the Latin
He's an Illuminati.
Toto means
all encompassing. Well, that's great.
in Latin.
Toto. In toto.
Based on the Latin.
Boss said on the Latin. Toto. All encompassing. Well, that's great. So the dog was the entire movie. That's a whole thing you're going to have to do now. So the entire movie is based off the dog.
Scott
I'm just saying.
So wouldn't they have to change it to Whiskers of Oz?
Whiskers of Oz. Looking pretty. Scott wins.
Scott.
Fatality. It's like Mortal Kombat. Fatality. I don't know.
So Sonia, you off work this week?
I am, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
We go in for 2 days. Why? Nothing's
why do
going
they-
on.
Yeah, that's exactly us. They shut
And
down.
nothing will be accomplished.
They shut everything down.
Yeah, there's gonna be like 8 of us sitting there
Right.
doing literally nothing. And we can do.
Whiskers is a whole different movie. The Whiskers of Oz.
Yep. And when you have a 2-day work week, it's sort of like the
It's
ramp
like
up
what-
and
it's like-
ramp down thing. You know, if you're in government, a 2-day work week, you might as well just flush it. It's not gonna work.
Well, let's see. We have no trucks coming in, no trucks coming out, so therefore there's nothing for receiving. Most of the guys inside the plant aren't going to be there. So that makes them stupid.
Catch up on paperwork.
I don't know. I'm just going to sit there and twiddle my thumbs and
Play on your phone.
yeah, I guess. I told everyone if we get enough snow, we can push a big old ramp and see how far a TRX can actually jump.
Play Tiddlywinks. Or bring Jenga.
Well, we got, because inside the building, because it's so big, we have Fiat 500 electric cars. That's how we get around. So I thought maybe we could have a race.
Jeez. Get them fully charged up. Overcharge them.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Arnie the second.
Excuse me?
Arnie's
How is
second.
that person not banned?
Arnie?
Oh,
Why would
I thought
Arnie
she- I thought you said horny the second.
Arnie! Oh my
Arnie.
god.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
Ooh, it was an audio glitch there. I'm sorry. Trying to
Yeah,
be a
but-
mod.
you have Arnie, which is Layla and Mia's adventures. Look.
I can't. Okay.
It was me.
This is Layla and me. Layla.
Yeah, that's-
Okay.
Layla and Mia are Arnie's cats.
Okay.
So, and he's laughing at you.
Well, yeah.
No, with us.
Mm.
Laughing.
Oh, here Madonna has the answer. Baum wrote a lot of The Wizard of Oz in Bass, Indiana, 3 miles from where he was writing. There is a town named Toto, Indiana. He named the dog in after his story.
Oh, really?
Ah, there you go.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
Thank you, press secretary.
You know, Lance is going to be really heartbroken that he didn't get to do a Google search.
Yeah.
You know, he had like this weird ringing in his head and ears and everything. I'm needed somewhere.
He's always got. It's called tinnitus or tinnitus, whatever. What
He,
it's called.
he said tinnitus. Tinnitus.
Where is Lance, by the way? I mean, he packed away his RV and.
He's stuck in Canada where he's going to stay forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Madonna wins. Yes. Fatality.
Jeez.
Funny. But at least now we
Whoa,
know,
look how many cameras he's got. You got at least 5 there on that phone.
right?
It's not the size of your cameras, it's how you use it.
Look, there we go. We're gonna do that. You got 3, 4, 5. Dang.
Kevin probably has an iPhone 13 or something.
No, this is a Samsung 21S something.
Oh, see, this
I got an
this is a
A12. I got an A12. It's an
A12.
ancient one.
An audio
This is a 20.
V12.
A12. B12. A12.
Now I just
A12.
found
You
the
know, like in
same-
the old, the spy plane. A12.
Now I just found the same Mr.
The
Google.
sport
info.
model, not the family model. SR71. Thank you very much.
Hello, Waterfall Chaser.
Holy crap! Your phones are awesome.
Well, you know what? I actually shot all the Christmas lights at the Detroit Zoo with it. The update from today.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe something else.
I gotta say, like phone cameras are, they're not bad. I gotta say, depending, like I like the Android ones. I don't like the iPhone stuff. But.
What's this, like the 8K camera or something? And then.
What does this have? Scott
I
says
take
he takes
B12 in the morning. Well, good for you after a hangover. After you've been drinking too much. Thank you. Taking B12.
I picked up a gimbal for that.
Make sure you drink enough water along with that B12, just so you know. I'm not saying I know all about that. Yeah, my son is a film major, and he stole all my analog camera equipment, like between 8mm, 16mm, and my Canon A1 35mm cameras. He took all that stuff and messed with it. So
I minored in film. I didn't do too well because I always fell asleep.
that's okay. You can minor in film because you know what? You're not going to make jack stuff.
Right. I did 3 years of telecommunications, and do you think I can remember anything I learned? No.
It's okay. My son, he's a senior this year. He's got his last semester coming up. And he's realizing nobody gets paid jack squat in the film industry to be an editor. He's like, what am I going to do? I'm like, well, maybe you're going to do what I did when I moved from aerospace engineering into architecture.
Yeah.
To find something a little more practical.
I was good at editing, but that was still reel to reel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got the Avid. So that would have been late
Yeah,
90s.
Yep.
Yeah, I was.
He likes the old school stuff. He really does. He likes the old school stuff. He's got a ton of the equipment because his old man had a bunch of it before. But he likes digital as well. But still, it's like the industry. I'm going to go on a tangent here, but the industry, the film, the entertainment industry, they're like, look, I'm not a huge liberal, but man, these folks are really abusive to people who have the skills to do editing, and it's like slave wages and worse. It's like they don't value the service or the education of these folks at all. It's just like wow, you're making mud bricks for the pyramids.
Yeah.
At this point, get more straw in there. It's like holy crap, dude. I feel bad. I had a whole talk with him last week when he came home, and I'm like, you may want to do a little soul searching, get the degree, and figure out what else you want to do, because it's just bad, because he likes to do it. He likes film editing. He enjoys the technical aspect of it.
Right.
But there's so many people now. There's so many people out there with like 20, 30 years of experience. And they're like scraping for bread and soup, to make a living, and it's just such an oversaturated profession.
It is, and almost every state has their own thing.
Yeah.
Michigan has this big.
Oh
film
yeah,
industry,
and they
it's
encourage
just,
all that to try to get people to
Yeah.
So,
I'm actually curious though of how many people stuck with their major.
Huh?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
So what'd you start? What'd you start as?
I was criminal law.
Criminal law.
Criminal law, really?
Yes, believe it or not.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what did you switch into?
Then I switched over to film,
Okay.
and then I took a
And
semester off. And then, I decided to take a semester off, and I was like, "Oh, you can't do that, man. You won't go back." I'm like, "Yeah, I will." It's been 25 years or something like that.
25 years.
I may go back. I drive past there, right? I mean, it's kind of the same thing. So
I could never see you as a lawyer.
No. It was criminal justice. So in order to get into the police academy, you had to take criminal justice first.
Yeah.
Whoa. Because you said
He
criminal
would
law.
have been pulling you over, Sonia.
I swear I said justice.
You said criminal law.
Don't listen to me. I don't know anything. I would have made a good lawyer.
So,
talking about my ass
I
now.
started off in aeronautical engineering, and then I went into architecture.
Aeronautical engineering. Wow.
Yeah. Back when it was aeronautical engineering and not aerospace engineering, which they changed.
So you could have went to go work for like Lockheed Martin or something.
Yeah, one of the big defense contractors, and been stuck in a lab, and then I was like, I don't want to be stuck in a lab, because I started getting stuck in a lab my third year of college, and I was like, I don't want to do this. This is horrible. You're not building anything, you're not designing anything, and I wanted to be a designer. And I'm like, it was like trying out for like the NBA, and you knew you never were going to make the pro sports team, and you're kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm never going to get there. So
I wouldn't even qualify as a towel boy.
you're right. So it's like same with me, and I was like, no, I'm going to be stuck in a lab testing some sort of subcomponent or some assembly on, an aircraft or satellite, and I'm like, nope, not going to go there. And
Scott says
so,
like back with the Wright brothers.
yeah, and like right. So yeah, but there were superstars, Burt Rutan and other folks that were out there that were doing stuff, but there were only 2 or 3 people that were doing it out of tens of thousands. So I fell back on my previous job, which is working as an architectural draftsperson, and I said I'm going to be an architect. So I applied to architecture school mid semester, the 3rd year of my program, and I got in, and I went from there. So,
Do you find it an interesting profession? Like you really like to do it?
well, I mean, it gives you more opportunity to like solve problems and stuff, as an architect, and help people out. And then I went from that to being a planner, like a urban planner and all that stuff. So then you got to like a bigger picture, county-wise or regional situations. So it was, I would say it was a better selection than being stuck in a lab, working on very, small components for like some super secret program, like one of my buddies is doing now. Now he's been promoted into the Space Force. Yay! So he's got his doctorate, and now he's like a doctor of the Space Force, and he's doing super secret, I'm sure, spy satellite or weapon systems.
Well, just have him make the eyes a little bit bigger for the stormtroopers, and we'll be good.
Exactly, and they could shoot better. They could shoot better that way. I'm just saying. Hello. So yeah, so he's like, oh, I got some sort of commendation or whatever into the Space Force, and I'm like sending him little private comments saying, oh, so they're gonna get you in charge of the space lasers that are gonna shoot everything down when the war starts. And he's like, don't talk to me about that.
We knew what happened when Dr. Evil had the lasers.
Yes.
Lorraine started that
you keep this up, Scott, and I'm gonna have to get you a white cat in a wheelchair so you could like pet it. But I'm going to, yes, very well. We're going to, that kind of
Lorraine started that with early childhood education and ended up in psychology.
thing.
She needs her head examined.
Should have become a psychoanalyst.
Raymond finished information technology but ended up being a teacher.
Isn't that the same thing? Information technology and being a teacher? No? Maybe not.
I didn't see anything, Arnie. Oh, there it is. Arnie's cat.
Come on, there's got to be a bunch of people out there that like started with like one intention to go to one profession and they segued into another. I mean, that's probably more the norm than anything else.
Well, I had a friend who was an art major. He ended up getting the job doing the illustrations inside the owner's manuals for cars.
Okay.
Then he went computerized. He went out. Now he drives a semi.
He drives a semi.
Yeah. He likes it, but yeah, totally went the other way.
Yeah.
And now he gets to look at the manuals they used to do.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got a typo.
I tell you, I've got one buddy of mine. I knew we were buddies since kindergarten. This guy's career path is crazy. Okay, I'm not going to mention maybe I'll mention his name. His name is Phil. I won't mention his last name.
Donahue?
He started off as an art major. Okay, an art major in college. He dropped off the last semester before he got his art degree. He joined the Marines, okay? Because, why not? Go from being an art major to joining the Marines. Bang, bang. I guess that's what you do. So he went to the Marines. He became a drill instructor, okay? He liked it so much he became a drill instructor for a few years. Then he left the Marines and became a correction officer at the Supermax prison in New York, the one that held all the really nasty folks. So he was there and realized he was going to become basically a psycho if he didn't get out. So he decided, I'm going to apply to the Secret Service. The people that guard the president, right?
Yeah.
So he applied to the Secret Service. He got in to the Secret Service program. Passed, number 2 in his class. Okay? That's freaking amazing. He was 30 years old when he did it. They considered him, they called him the old man of the class.
Yeah, what's the age cutoff?
Normally the age cutoff was like 24, and there were like college graduates at 22, like competing against him. But because he'd been in the Marines, he'd been a DI, he was
It's
in
automatic.
awesome shape. He was in awesome shape.
And
So he got in there and he beat them all out. And so he got a White House detail at Secret Service. Crazy.
wow.
During when Obama, Clinton, and McCain were all running for president.
Right.
They were all trying to be president. You know, they're all in their own campaign. So they had 3 teams trying to keep, you know, watch on all these people during that election, the 2008, I think it was, election cycle. 24 hours a day, they had to keep an eye on these people to make sure somebody wasn't going to, you know, do something to them.
So Remen
Yeah.
said that it's not the same because he had to take units in education. So that's
Okay.
why his isn't the same. And Madonna,
There you
originally
go.
went from graphic design to architectural design, and she designs and checks commercial playgrounds.
Yeah. See that? How the jump, how all the career jumps go around there.
And then Rob started out in global politics. Now he works in healthcare. So much the same thing.
It's amazing how people, they start out in one like intentional profession and they jump to something else. So
Well, usually if you have veteran status and stuff like that, they even, you could, like you said, you'd be 30 years old and they'll take you just because.
yeah, they took him because of that. But like now his current assignment, now he's as old as I am. I'm 52. Okay.
Right.
I'm 52. He's on the sniper squad.
Oh, at the top of the top of the Capitol building or
Yes.
whatever. Wow.
White House. Yeah.
White House, yeah.
Yeah. I can't tell you where, but he's there.
I think they
Because
moved.
that's what he.
They
Because
bumped
that's
around
what he
a lot.
wanted. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So.
I mean, I'm
crazy.
sure it sucks being up the top of the White House and
No,
this
he
kind
likes
of
it.
weather.
He likes it because of the solitude and the dedication and the focus. That's what
Hopefully, he
he
didn't have to watch over Clinton when he was doing his nuts. I would be up on the roof too.
Right. Yeah. But this is the guy that likes that kind of focus. He likes that narrow mission, and the narrower the mission is, the better he is at it.
Madonna.
And yeah. So God bless him. He's a good guy. He just
Bree, Rob, one of my wrenches.
Get the wrenches in here! Wrenches! Not only do I need wrenches, where are the hammers?
Throw him.
Bruce got him. Thank you, Bruce. Colonel Sanders. What?
Yeah, he was not a young guy when he started KFC. I gotta tell you that.
I didn't know it.
Well, you know.
Colonel Sanders to make you. Dan's got chicken. There you go. Did you?
I got cold and dead Colonel Sanders on my plate. I'm just saying.
I've been to Colonel Sanders' grave. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it extra crispy or regular?
It's extra crispy.
I wasn't sure, Bruce. I thought you're still hanging out with Lexi.
He's always watching to see if we're talking about him.
He's. I am.
He's like Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Yes. Hey kid, you'll shoot your eye out. Whoosh. With the boot, right?
Yeah.
Look at Bree. This is her excuse. I literally just checked a message.
A massage. You checked
A
a
massage.
massage, is what you did.
A massage.
Thank you.
Love them happy endings.
Jeez. I'm not laughing at that because I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I.
Bruce just fired Bree. Julie says Willie Nelson said when Carter was in office, he asked Jimmy where to smoke a J. Carter told him to go up on the White House roof.
Yeah.
Super lurker of the evening. No, he's always got my back. He's good.
Yeah, but is he putting a note on your back?
Yeah, exactly. Get me! Or a big thing with rings around it.
Dan, are you eating one of Bruce's second cousins?
He did save the head.
Yeah.
Bree, you've been fired by Bruce.
But I will tell you, I'm a breast man for the most part. I'm just saying.
That's funny.
Gonna laugh at my own jokes. Have a nice day.
Something. Me and Kevin are both echoing.
Yeah,
I think
what's
it's.
with that?
I think it's
and
Dan's
and your
fault.
camera's all over the place like a CNN combat camera. It's like
Damn Rhode Island. Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Rhode Island? When did I move? Wait, did I move?
Damn New Jersey earthquake.
I know there was two initials there, RJ, RINJ, whatever.
Yeah, nowhere.
Whatever that. You're on the East Coast. That's the same.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Nate has been in and out working on a short for tomorrow.
Wealthy
Wild Women.
wild women. Whoa,
I can't screw this one
www.
up.
Well, you could screw that up if you were doing it right. I'm just saying.
Oh, now it's Tyson's chicken.
I think the original title was Girls Gone Wild.
Goyles.
Goyles.
No, the computer's on the snack table, so every time I touch something, the computer moves.
Because the computer's on the snack table.
Yeah,
Mine is too.
it's on the snack table. Look.
Okay. Okay. Jeez. You need to get a can of like Cheese Whiz or something. Like, you know, then you're good. Then you don't have to worry about that movement.
Right. Hey, Tim.
Or Jim can throw popcorn over at you.
I'm echoing. Kevin's echoing. We're just blaming it on Dan.
Echoing.
Tim, we're
We-
doing
we
it
just-
just to annoy you.
Tim.
We're blaming it on Dan.
We call him Tim.
We're blaming it on Dan.
Okay,
Cracking on Wild
okay,
Girls?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
I've seen some pretty wild things.
The name of the video is going to be Nate Does Nantucket.
You can't even call that a limerick. What is that?
And Nate says, no, Mackinac.
Mackinac. It's Mackinac.
Tim is just going to like repeat himself for the rest of the night. Hello, Dan. Kevin.
Get there, Tim.
Tim.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Not today.
Mackinac.
Here we go. This is a Fatima. We have so many echoes. Alexa and Amazon can't compete.
Oh, look at this! I didn't know there was a chat next to the whole thing.
A cheat?
Okay.
There's a cheat.
That's awesome.
Just hit show chat and you'll be able to see everything.
Mackinac Island. Yep.
That's fine, Bruce. No problem. Pay attention to the little.
That's right. You need to pay attention to her.
I have faith in Bruce. He can multitask.
One of the few broken X's that can. Bree, how are you? You. He's been warned.
Yeah.
Camp on.
Yeah, circle, pat, circle, pat. You gotta do that, Bruce. You gotta do that. Okay, just saying.
Lorraine is from Massachusetts.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Echo? Is that an echo, Massachusetts? Massachusetts.
Kevin thinks I'm from Rhode Island now. I don't know when I moved.
Listen,
Rhode Island.
I'm a little rusty here. I forget things. I live in a state that looks like this, but I don't remember things.
Oh, I thought it was like this. What? No? This? Wait. Depends on which way it's facing, doesn't it?
Okay, Tim.
Oh, poor Rob. He's just going crazy now. Yeah, Tim.
The only thing in Rhode Island is a road.
Yep.
And Family Guy.
Family Guy's in Rhode Island. Another one? Really?
Well, you know what? You opened your mouth. You were looking for him. Now they're here. Now you're upset.
What?
There it is.
What kind of
situation.
name is that? Look at the username on that thing. Like, really? That's not suggestive? Maybe it is. I don't know.
Husk my food? I'm not going to say the rest of it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't say it because you spell it out.
Don't say it, just spray it.
Oh, Bree just unhid them.
It's because of Tim's. It's because of Tim's message that caused that person to show up. Boop, 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 boopy, boopy, boopy. And then bang, that's what shows up. I'm telling you, that's what happened.
Tim, you had that dude at poo.
Yeah, exactly. Or
TMI, Bree. TMI.
And you know what? That's going to bring up more. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hey,
You're going to
JW.
see more spam bots show up because of the whole P thing. I'm just saying.
What's up, JW? I don't know. I think it's Dan's fault.
What? I'm not even putting any of these things on here.
You came in with the echo.
Quicker than Al Bundy.
Okay.
I'm just. She did that just so she could hide. Okay.
Yeah, Tim, I think it's called a Brie P.
A Brie P.
Oh, wait. There we go. We're going to put it right there.
It's a Brie P. Yeah, TMI.
I hear somebody in the background, like talking to somebody.
Jim's on the phone in the bedroom.
Oh.
His phone rang.
Those damn 900 numbers.
What can I say?
You're dating yourself, you know, when you say that.
Yeah, I know.
We used to see those on Friday night videos, you know, late at night, you know, like, oh, the commercial would come on. Hey, 900, blah, 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 you know.
Yeah, I mean, as a young guy, you know, that was pre-born.
Those 966 numbers or whatever they were, yes.
966.
Or whatever. They were like $8 a minute or some crazy thing or something like that. I remember. So
And you didn't need your
I
parents'
remember that
permission
only
either.
because my dad asked me about that when he got the phone bill the next month. You know, and it was like $800 worth of phone charges. What is this about? I don't know. I was calling my girlfriend in Japan. I'm not sure.
It was Encyclopedia Brown. I was actually listening to the whole series.
Maybe. I'm just saying. Sorry. Yeah, I wish it was a 1-800 number.
I don't know. They call you.
Mm. And they know so much about that, don't they? I'm just saying.
They actually did a
meanwhile, right after that, Stream Elements kicks in. Boosh.
They actually did a podcast.
What's with this shop the spread shirt? What's with this spread shirt? Hello.
It's the name of the website.
Well, yeah, you go like this, and you. Oh.
Spread shirt. That's I don't know. It's a little risky. Risky. I don't know.
Kevin looks like someone in air traffic controller.
Yeah, I feel like John Candy on Summer Rental.
Summer Rental. Really?
Yeah, he loses that one thing because one airplane because there's a fly on it. Where'd you go? I'm missing a plane. Then he sent him to Florida.
Okay. I thought it was the Great Outdoors you were talking about.
Oh no.
Or maybe it was, Close Encounters of the third kind when they had the air traffic controllers, tracking all the UFOs. I don't know what it is. Look at this. What's going on here? Stuff's going.
Watch it.
Oh, that's the best blur I've ever seen.
We had a fun phone. It was a party line. Yes, I imagine it was.
I forgot about how this all was.
Yikes.
It's very fitting. Oh. I had rainbow eyes, and now I don't.
You gotta put your sunglasses on. Have a good night, Sue.
I don't think I have
Thanks
any
for
down
hanging out.
Night suit.
With the tag on it so you don't get sunburn on your nose.
No, I finally put them to use and I broke them. I broke them, I think. Oh, maybe they're not. No, they were blue, weren't
You
they?
need welding glasses. Where are your welding goggles?
Oh my god! You know how many of them I have at work now of safety goggles?
I got a bunch in the garage. I ain't gonna
I've been
go in there
throwing them
now.
out. It's like every day. There's like 3 more I find.
Yeah.
You'd be like Daryl and have like 6 pairs of sunglasses in your car.
Because we're required to wear them. No one wears them, but they hand them to you.
And they got all these blind spots in the retinas.
Don't poke your eye out, Dan.
I don't have a Red Ryder BB gun, so I can't do that.
Okay, Bruce. Ted has to go to the party.
That's gonna be an all-night thing. Good luck.
And he's actually pretty quick.
Yeah, from now
When
on.
the dog likes snow,
Like, really?
so he might not come
We
in
needed
right
to
away.
know that. Thank you for the clarification. I'm just saying.
The dog likes snow, so he might not be quick. I take that back.
What?
His
So
dog
now
will stay out
anytime
in the
you-
snow forever.
Now, anytime somebody has to excuse themselves to do a wee, we're just going to call it the breepy. That's it. It's now dubbed the breepy.
Everybody go to the party.
Go, Potty.
Go to the loo. The privy.
Ooh, I know what I can do tomorrow. We
have another.
Well,
We have a major
I'm going to do a
announcement.
couple breepies.
We have
Oh,
a
hey,
ranger
Repeat's
announcement.
back.
Well, thank you for that, Tim. TJ.
Bree is back from peeing.
Goodness gracious.
The WC.
Yes. Water closet. Yeah, like that one.
The water closet. There's so many names for it.
WC. We still call it in the architecture profession the WC.
Oh, really?
Where the actual physical plumbing appliances, we still call it the WC.
This is a new one.
Yes, please just follow the nippers and the dunny. Yep.
Haven't heard of that one. The nippers and the dunny.
Yep.
And stuff.
So tomorrow, since I have nothing to actually do at work, we just started this whole project with the Grand Wagoneers. So I'm going to take.
Wait. The Wagoneers.
They're bringing back the Grand
Is that
Wagoneer.
the Jeep
It's
track?
back.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
back.
Oh, yeah, it's back.
Does it look like anything remotely?
It looks like the old one, kind of. The
Really?
base price is $75,000. Nicely loaded, it's about $100,000.
What?
Whoa, that's nothing like the original.
Yeah.
$75,000.
The whole dashboard all the way across is all digital. Every person gets their own individual TV to watch. Even the passenger, and the front passenger has its own.
What?
But when the vehicle's in park, you can activate the fireplace. So the whole dashboard turns into a fireplace, making crackling noises. And then you
Are
can
you
watch.
serious?
Oh,
I tell you what,
come on!
as much as I'm not allowed to use
Are you
a
serious?
camera tomorrow, I'll get video.
Come on! That's like the last thing I want inside a car is flames.
Well, there's
Coming
other
from
ones
the car.
too.
Like,
There's another one. There's another setting that's more
What
for
the
it.
frig?
There's another one. The second you put the car in drive, it shuts off. But
Oh, well, wonderful. I'm glad
there's-
for that.
there's another one that is definitely designed by a stoner,
Crap.
and it's very psychedelic.
Yeah.
I'll get a video of that one too.
So it has like a mushroom psychedelic trip.
Oh,
when
it's
you
all
drive
like
it?
moving around and stuff. And yeah, I was
Oh,
sitting in
that's
the car
even
the other
better.
day. And I'm
It's
like,
not like that's distracting while you're driving.
Well, another thing, it won't work when it's on. I'm sure somebody's going to figure out how to get past that.
Override,
exactly.
right, exactly. And add self-driving to it while you're at it. That'll be even
Then
better.
you're good. Then you have the fireplace going, and it's all romantic.
Fireplace and the psychedelic lights going, and you're just self-driving down the interstate. You're
Got a
good.
disco ball in the
Woo!
Keeping toasty with the fireplace.
back. Yeah,
Yikes.
that's where I'll be. It has a built-in Blu-ray player.
That's where I'll be, he says.
Well, I'm glad you're honest about it. Yeah, that's where I'm going to be.
Yep.
$75,000.
That's for the base.
And what's the song you're going to be playing on the radio? Rocket Man? I don't know. Maybe something like that.
I got some other choice songs I could play for that one.
Maybe.
I can't say them.
Yeah.
Is there like one trim level to this truck?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, there's several. So the totally top-notch
Wow.
with all the bells and whistles is about $105,000.
What?
Sitting with a 6.4 V8.
Oh, it's a big ass hog.
Oh, she's thirsty.
Oh, yeah.
But
It
she's,
weighs as
but
much
she's
as my
over the weight
excursion.
limit, so she doesn't have to meet the emissions requirements or anything,
Right. Towing on it's going to be around 11,000 pounds.
Holy
Wow.
cow! That's more than my camper. That's more than my Allegro.
Are there any pictures of this thing yet?
Yeah, no, they're out. They're in dealerships.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in dealerships already. Okay.
Yeah, the project that we're working on is, well, I can't say, but
I can't say.
but yeah, we have a few of them.
But it's going to be able to go to the moon and back. You know, it's like,
Oh yeah.
there's somebody that came to my house to buy something for my wife off Craigslist. You know, she was selling some junk or whatever. The guy pulls up in like this Chevy, like dually, heavy duty 1-ton pickup truck. The thing weighed more than my RV.
Hello, Papa
And
Mozo.
then he said, oh yeah, it was a couple of years ago. He's like, oh, it's kind of a gas hog. This gets about, 8 miles of the gallon. And I'm thinking, my RV that's like 30 some odd years old gets 8 miles of the gallon. And
That's why I got rid of
a bedroom, a bathroom, the whole deal. And you got nothing
Hey,
but
D.
a truck.
Yeah, my excursion was almost 7,500 pounds.
Yeah.
And that's why I got rid of it. It was costing me $400 a month to go to work.
Yeah. It's like,
With a
holy
V10.
cow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Bruce, how do we do that?
I don't
Hi,
know.
D.
How
Hi,
do we
Papa
do
Mozo. How are you?
The hokey pokey?
and turn
something
yourself
that he-
around. Right.
Yeah, but no one ever does.
Something that he's
I
asking
don't.
me to
I'm too
do.
lazy and my back hurts. So I don't want to do that. I'm just like,
I'll tell you a story. Right after Thanksgiving, I threw my back out. So at work, everyone's giving me a hard time. They're like, yeah, so how'd you throw your back out? And I says, well, I got up from the dinner table and I moved the placemat. Now, I work with a bunch of guys that are, mid-20s, early 30s. And they're like, that is the oldest man thing I've ever heard. I'm like, I said a few things. Like, I did. I threw my back out moving a placemat.
Yep. Pinch the nerve and you're done.
Yep.
Ding, ba-ding. Hello.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck trying to sit up in bed at night.
Or try to do anything.
Right. And you have to do like the rollover to get out of bed, and you're like, okay, how do I strategically get myself out of here?
I got one leg in my pants. How do I get the next one?
You can't get the left. It's always the left leg, isn't it? The left leg just won't work.
You look like
You
a
gotta,
dog chasing your tail.
You gotta pick it up. You gotta pick it up with your hands. To
Hey,
get
Ashley.
it in there.
I had
Sorry, man.
Betsy helped me
I know
with
how
my
it
was it my socks? She had to help me with something, and she got all mad at me. Like, lose situation again.
Better than
Well, you threw
better
your
that
back
kid
out
than
yourself.
Yeah, yeah, I do that. Even after that, it's like lift up the left leg with your hand. Whoop, get it in there. It's like, oh, yeah.
Better than
the
using
it's
TP.
heading into the golden years. We're not even in the golden years yet. It's like, yippee!
Yeah, sneeze, you throw your back out. I've done that.
Yeah, I have a back brace I put on, and it was a Band-Aid. And
Sneeze
then
and throw
I
your back
relented.
out.
I finally, 10 years ago, I finally went to the chiropractor after I was like deathly afraid to go into one, and found one that was was really good.
Night,
And,
Bree.
I tell you, she got me straightened out. Like, it was so bad before, like, I didn't even want to sit in a chair and do work because it was like, it felt like somebody was jabbing me with a knife. Like, every time I made the wrong move, I was like, ah! I'm like, okay, I'm done. And she's like, we can get that, we can fix that. That's okay. We can make it. And then she did. It worked, and it was terrific for several years,
Well, the restrooms at my work are probably about a half mile inside the building.
So,
Like I said, we have these little Fiat 500 electric cars.
yeah.
I pulled right up into so there's like rows where you can drive, and then there's like this gap for the bathroom, and the car will fit in the gap, and I gotta get out, and I would get myself to the John. And, they're like, I got in trouble for leaving the car there, but I'm like, dude, it's better, and we're gonna have a mess.
And you were only there, you're only in trouble because the other people that were getting you in trouble were like 20. So,
Yeah, and they're like, well, wait, I never thought about parking a car there.
yeah. What? Yeah, go through what I had to go through. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Tell you what, let me kick you in the back.
Good night, Fatima.
And maybe if you had bucket seats, it would have been better.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, that's the other thing too is I drove around with the heated seat on in that car.
Yeah.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just looking for something.
Oh yeah, we forgot. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right, Sonia. You're hearing about all the old man problem stories. Hey, my back is killing me. Can't make it.
Okay, because that's just where I was looking. So
Yeah, exactly.
At old people.
Yeah.
No, I was
Yeah,
answering
Max.
Bruce's question.
Well, Bruce is old too.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Well, it's true. We're all old here.
Yeah, no joke. Sneeze and throw your back out. That's no joke. I haven't
That
done it
hurts.
luckily myself, but I know folks have done it. Like just the right torque or twist or whatever, and it's like, bing. You pinch that nerve, and you're just like, have a nice day. Yeah. Then you're trying to man up like the whole like rest of the week. You're just like, oh, this is not. Oh, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, I just gonna put a hot pack on it, and I'll sleep on it in a different position, and I'll be fine. Son of a thing! You're like half paralyzed when you try to get out of the bed in the morning. Son of a gun! You're like, no, I'm all right. Oh.
I get the hot water on in the shower, get it really nice and hot. Like this is gonna work, and then I have to figure out how to get over the damn thing into the tub.
Yeah, the threshold is
And then you're in there, great. Then you gotta get out.
Yeah, sit down and swing over. There you go. You need one of those things with like the thing from the ceiling with the chain and the swing sling. You can get in and move yourself out of the.
Yeah, I usually call that my naughty room.
Yes, exactly. Dual purpose
Totally.
though. That's good. That's good. So you at least use it for two things. So
Right.
That's good.
Aren't most of us old?
Get a cherry picker.
Thank you two, for waiting until we are spammed to sleep to activate.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
I'm still looking in studio for the other one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had to figure out how to do one of those traveling live stream things that you do on the road.
The drive streams?
Yeah, the drive streams when I go to like from where I am to my campground. I'm sure that that'll be fun. Hopefully, if my starter solenoid doesn't like crap out on me and stall me in the middle of the interstate. I'm like, hello. And I had my better half following me in my car that was hit by a deer, and I recently reconstructed so it's drivable. So I'm not towing it. She's going to drive behind me, and then I'm driving her to the airport to fly back home. So
Okay, Bruce.
Either way, one of the two vehicles might break down, and there might be some interesting.
Be careful driving, please.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
You did.
The Holy Grail.
Several hours of Dan swearing, praying, and making suggestions about the other drivers.
Oh yeah, that's what it's gonna be, pretty much.
That's one of the reasons I haven't done a live drive stream yet.
There's a lot of idiots out there, aren't there? And they usually are in front of me. I'm just saying, or next to me, or whatever. They're
Or
doing
behind the wheel.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing
Needs a
something
GoPro.
that's invading my personal space when I'm driving. I'm just saying.
I use the phone.
Really?
I
Do you
said-
throw it at them?
No, I'm talking about doing the drive streams.
I
Oh.
have a video out from a couple years ago, and I had to put warnings on it because there's swearing in it.
Right. Nope, not family friendly.
No, this one was not. I'm in a gas station. I'm at the end getting diesel. The tanker truck comes over right next to us to unload his fuel. Then there's cars parked in front of me, and I'm 38 foot, and I have to try to get between the pump, the semi,
Oh, yeah, good
and these
luck with
cars.
that.
It was very colorful. And then I'm always telling the GPS off too. Like
Well, the GPS and I have
Try to
a
get
love-hate
through,
relationship. It loves to get me lost, and I
All right,
hate
Bruce.
that it does it.
see,
Okey-dokey,
we have a
smoke.
new one that's good, but it did take, and I wasn't the only one for the M21. It took a bunch of people to a cornfield, so.
Yeah, why won't it let me say this?
40 some miles away from where you're supposed to be.
Yep.
Other than that, no, but yeah, I have a very, very, very potty mouth when I'm driving. And I give everyone the Jersey wave.
Oh, well, there you go.
You do what?
The
I do.
Jersey Wave.
We don't have a Jersey wave.
Oh, what? Okay. The Sonya wave.
You just think we do.
I don't know.
The double barrel.
Lorraine is always muting her audio and adding music to the road rage clips.
Right. Turn the clip video down, the audio down, put the music up.
Yeah. Roundabouts. I'm going to be cussing at everybody in a roundabout. They're not that hard. Don't come to a stop. We're in the middle of nowhere. There's a car in front of me, and that's it. No one else is around for probably 30 miles. We get to a roundabout, and she stops. I'm laying on the air horn. I'm saying everything that a sailor would say. And I ended up actually cutting that whole entire part of the video out. Could have made it
Why
a
is-
PSA.
I went around a roundabout when we were going to Cape Cod. You probably remember this, about 2 o'clock in the morning. Our big East Coast trip, and some drunk lady, turned out she was drunk, passed us, hit the roundabout doing 60 miles an hour, and it was raining. And she went and spun out into the edge of the roundabout. And
Jan,
Was
she's
she-
that kind and just keep on going.
yeah, wrecked her car. We went by her. Like, if I was there like 10 seconds later, she would hit us. I would have rammed her. I would have slammed into her going into the roundabout, whatever, the way she was doing. But as luck would have it, 2 o'clock in the morning, she went ahead of us, and she spun out. We got into the roundabout. We pulled off, and we're like, "Hey, she's still over there." Meanwhile, the only thing that stopped her from restarting her car is her glasses fell off
Oh my God.
and went into the back seat so she couldn't see anything. She was so drunk, and then now she couldn't see anything. She couldn't figure out where she was. And my wife jumped out of the RV, ran over to her car to see how she was doing. And the late, obviously she was out of it. And one of my other kids called the, Massachusetts troopers, state police, and I gotta tell you, within 2 minutes, they were there. They
Wow.
three of them showed up, lights blazing, shoot, and they swooped right in on her. And she
Lorraine's
wasn't
sister-in-law
leaving.
got stuck in one for half an hour.
But meanwhile, she bashed up her entire rear end of her car. She must have slammed into somebody backing up. The whole back of the car was smashed in. The rear wheels were like this. And she was still driving the car. The front was banged in. She hit into something else. The thing
Wow.
looked like she'd been in a demo derby. And then she spun out in the roundabout at 2 a.m. in the morning. Lucky she didn't kill anybody. I gotta tell you.
Hey, walk in the spirit zone. How are you, Yvonne?
Anyways, crazy times.
Yeah, there is. That's why I have a dash cam always recording when I'm
Yeah,
driving.
that's why I got a dash cam now. I gotta tell you.
If you want to watch an
There's stuff
interesting
I'm like, people
channel,
would never believe the stuff I see going around me. I'm like, you didn't see it on a recording.
if you want to watch an interesting channel on YouTube, it's called Mega Driving School.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
the stuff you see on there is like, are you real for real?
Oh, yeah.
Dash Cam Australia is a good one, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
And then Jim will turn on a channel with when they're doing rally racing in other countries, and they're like crashing around the dirt course.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
But just everyday drivers, like people that are just pulling crap. It just was unbelievable. What stuff.
The state troopers building is right at the rotary before the bridge. That's how they got there so fast.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and that's in Cape Cod. That's probably right where they were.
The roundabout.
Because they checked us out before we got onto the Cape. There was
Oh, really?
a trooper there, and they like turned their lights on and like followed behind us with the RV because it was 2 o'clock in the morning. They didn't know who we were.
So I
Right.
figure
And they
you
were like
Cousin Eddie,
checking
Cousin
out
Eddie's
our
the-
plate to make sure we weren't, didn't have any violations. And then they kind of went along on their way. But then, like literally 10 minutes later, that's when this whole thing happened. And, yeah, but
Yeah, a friend of mine, well, not a friend of mine, this woman that I used to work with, her brother lives on Cape Cod.
yeah,
And every time she goes up to visit him for the holidays and stuff, she's always saying that there's, when you get to the bridge, they stop you or whatever. And
oh yeah.
it's kind of like
some
a border crossing.
I learned there's always some kind of police presence there, which probably not a bad thing. I
Yeah.
gotta tell you, based on their experience.
It's kind of like a border crossing almost.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So
Oh, look, Kevin's on the phone again.
I know he's on the phone now. Jeepers. Okay.
What's he talking
All
about?
right.
Who's he? It's that 900 number you were talking
It
about
is.
earlier.
It is. They're calling him back. That's what's scary.
Hold on, wait. We should all have a phone call. Hold on, wait.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You
Hello?
have an overdue bill. Excuse me.
Hello? Anyone? Hello? Hey, Dan, how are you?
I'm doing okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's Kevin talking about?
Yeah, not sure, but I'm sure we'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, no, he's off the phone. Shh.
He'll share it with us. Wait, he's putting his headphones back on.
I picked up so many frequent flyer miles on the 900 number. They actually call me now.
Oh.
And invite you on trips.
They do.
Yeah,
The
to
Cape
certain
Cod Bridge
islands,
is-
right? To certain
Yes.
islands in the Caribbean. Yeah.
Yes, I want a free trip to blah blah blah. If I give them my credit card information, my social security, and my blood type.
So the Cape
Yes,
Cod
that
Bridge
is tall and narrow. That's correct. But if you cross it in the middle of the night at 2 a.m., it doesn't seem so bad.
That's why you need help, Dan, because they're like, this guy is going to bring this thing
No,
over there.
they got the lights on the bridge. It kind of you can't see what's going on the periphery. So you
What
just
if it's
don't-
really foggy?
Foggy might be better. I'm thinking.
Like,
Anything
If
that
you
restricts my
don't-
vision other than the road and the bridge, I'm good. I'm just saying.
what if it gets really foggy? I mean, they have to direct you over the bridge or something?
For the
No?
for the Mackinac Bridge, if it's foggy or windy or so, they'll have escorts, especially for semis.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Well, that
You don't
makes
wanna fall off that thing.
Yeah.
We had an
It's like 10
incident here.
minutes going off that thing. You got a lot of time to think about your life when you come off the Mackinac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had an
Hydro
incident
blowing.
here about maybe it's going on 7, 8, maybe 10 years. There were 2 Jersey City police officers that were patrolling, and they went over the Pulaski Skyway. No?
Jeez. Pulaski Skyway.
Oh, it was one of the drawbridges going over 1 and 9 or whatever it was, and the bridge was a real bad foggy night, and the bridge was up,
Oh.
and they didn't know it,
Yeah. Well,
See
they
that-
thought they were the
didn't see
Blues
that part that
Brothers.
was like vertical.
and they literally kept driving, and they fell into the river. They died. Yeah, they had no clue that the bridge was up.
I don't
Or
remember the
turn.
steep incline.
It's a straight bridge, but it was just so foggy you couldn't see the drawbridge was up for the ship.
Some of them are the turnable ones, not the ones.
No,
that-
it wasn't a
Just when it
turntable.
raises up.
It was a turntable type bridge, and it was turned, and they just and went right off
Yep.
the edge.
It was like the freakiest
That's why I
thing.
never understood. I went to school in Buffalo, New York, and there's a thing called the Skyway, which is like this multi-story expressway loop that goes along the eastern edge of Lake Erie.
Right?
And it's like 10 to 12 stories above the ground, and it's like, Lake Erie, like there's lake effect, ice. And I'm like, why would you want to build something like that in the winter? Like in the summer, it's fine, but in the winter, it's like a toboggan route. You know what I mean? Like it's ice and it's like, what? Why
That's
would
why
you
they-
even want to drive on that crap?
That's why
In
they
the middle
stopped
of winter.
hiring Vincent Price to design bridges.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the sign to say bridge freezes before road surface.
yeah, thank you.
Because
That
there's
lets you
nothing
off.
under there to
Yeah,
stop it from freezing.
that just lets you off completely. Bridge ices before road, and it'll kill you.
Well, when there's
If you
nothing
decide to go any
underneath.
further, you'll be dead. Just so you know, those little concrete barriers on either side, it won't really stop you. You'll just go,
There's nothing under the bridges to get all that wind
No, and
stuff.
they're like 120 feet above the ground. Which
That's
I
why it
still don't
freezes.
understand. Like, why did they, look, I went to school there. When they built that, there was nothing there. Why did you need to make it 130 feet above the ground? There's nothing underneath it. It was all junk. It was all, abandoned steel mills and stuff was just gone. You could have built it 20 feet off the ground and nobody would have noticed. Just shoo, or
gotta be a
built it
reason
right
for
to
it.
the steel plant. If you just drove the road through the steel plant, nobody would have noticed. Nobody was working there. It was closed. Whatever. No, we need to build it, like a skyscraper,
It makes life interesting.
Yeah, it sure did. I drove it a couple times, and I only did it a couple times, and I was done. That was in a little car. I wouldn't do that in anything bigger than a two-door.
Kevin, we lost half your face.
He did. We lost him.
I know, I didn't know where it went. It kind of does its own thing.
He's got one of those X chairs that is just gonna fall back on him. Boosh!
You can see my socks in the air.
There you go. Whee! Yep. My goodness.
Oh, don't start that.
Sorry.
Yeah, no foggy. It's just terrifying, no joke. No foggy.
I'm Robo DJ.
Yeah, I know. That's what I seen. Like, why do you have the RV DJ thing slapped across your face there? Ah, you missed me. You missed me. You missed me.
They need a sign that says "Just stop now."
To the vibrate. Exactly.
Just don't drive over me. And stuff.
And stuff. Right, that Buffalo area had a whole collection of crazy roads. You had the Skyway. You had the Grand Island Bridge, which was even more fun to go across in the winter.
You had Dan there, so that was crazy.
Yeah, you had me as some nutball driver. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff that would just...
Maybe that's why they built it so high up in the air. They thought, well, shit, he won't come up there.
No, they'll keep them away. Keep them away.
It's a box on wheels.
Ooh,
Now,
that's
Kevin,
a good
correct-
channeling. Box on wheels.
Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Okay.
Mackinac Island does not allow vehicles, right?
No, in the winter, though, you can bring snowmobiles over.
But vehicles in general, like cars.
The only vehicles that are there is they have a fire truck, an ambulance, and then some service vehicles. Even the garbage is still picked up by horse.
Wow.
They-
Seriously?
Really?
Yep. So back in 1981, they did allow a couple cars when they shot the movie Somewhere in Time. After that, there was no more cars again, up until who's the last vice president?
Biden? Pence?
No.
Biden?
Pence.
Who?
You know that guy.
He came there.
You know
and
that
he
guy.
Did
You
not,
know
yeah,
that
that guy.
guy.
You know that.
Exactly.
He
You know the thing.
he went up to the island and he actually requested to have all his vehicles brought in, and they allowed it. He was the first one
vice
ever.
president.
Yeah, but presidents and everything have been there, and they've always just took the
What?
horses. But he
But
had
you
this
said
big
that they allow semis on the island to deliver stuff.
No, matter of fact, there's a special on Amazon. Prime has a special on how Amazon has to deliver their packages by horse and buggy there on the island.
I'm talking
Well, it
about
sounds like the place I used to work at in Yates County, which is all Amish. So, horse
How
and
do they
buggy.
get-
They have a massive loading dock, and then they'll have like Clydesdales with some really big flatbed.
Oh, okay. But I'm talking about like their food stuff, like their perishables.
No, all that's delivered.
Yeah, still done by horses.
Wow. But they have to get them
they
island.
They
have to
They put 'em on a
horses have
ferry,
to move pretty
because there's no
goddamn
bridges to the
fast.
island. Yeah. So the island's like 5 miles away from anything. So yeah, they have to take a ferry.
Right.
Excuse me.
I know Dan's right up your alley.
Is that some sort of inclusive policy we need to know about?
Yes,
You need to
very
take a
special.
ferry.
Very special.
Can't you just like hire a?
So the semi goes to the ferry.
Yeah.
They unload the truck onto the ferry,
Mhm.
all the items,
Yep.
and then they.
Yeah, I got video of it somewhere. They actually have. So right next to where the passenger ferries are, then there's this regular cargo ships that come in. And then
Right.
they offload everything, put them on, and each one of these horse and buggies have a different spot to go to.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like the Grand Hotel, which is massive, they have like several just of their own. Yeah. He's just getting excited about the
They've
ferry
got lots
ride.
of ferries. There's a
They've
lot of
got
ferries
lots
at the
of
Grand
ferries.
Hotel. That's good. Glad to know it's. Yes, ferries with Clydesdales. That's a great combination. I'm just saying.
Oh, you should be there in the summertime. It's great because you have one side of the street you're going to smell the fudge, the other side of the street you're going to smell
The other fudge.
the other fudge.
Oh!
And there's
my
people that are
goodness
paid
gracious.
because they got to
Did you
constantly keep it clean.
did you just ad lib that, or were you setting me up? I'm just
No,
saying.
there's actually a song about Mackinac and the smell of fudge and horseshit.
In a fudge. Okay.
Fudge and horseshit. So Fluffy and Buffy.
For shit. There you go.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So, but in the wintertime, most people are gone, so they do allow snowmobiles. It was originally when the first automobile came to the island, it scared the horses, it was loud, and everyone's like, yeah, no, we don't want cars. Even though our state, thrives on motor vehicles.
And they're like their
Right.
own country in itself.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, they have their own fort, they have their own everything. So,
That's like that one section that's up in Canada, but it's really part of the United States. I can't remember what they call that. There's something quadrangle or whatever it is up.
Quadrangle.
Whatever it is, there's some little spot up that's actually in Canada, but it's part of Michigan or whatever. And it's, northeast quadrangle, they call it. And it's like this one 50-acre parcel that got mis-surveyed or whatever. And it's like, you have to go through Canada to get to it. You can't ever get to it through the United States, and it's part of the United States. But,
well, it's just like if you're going through the Upper Peninsula and you want to go to Ironwood, which is the most western city, you have to go into Wisconsin to go into Ironwood.
yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, and even at that, to go from Detroit to Ironwood's 13-hour drive.
Yippee!
Yeah, I could go to Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, can we just hire Elon Musk and just do like a Starship thing and just make it like 20 minutes? Just launch and go over and get there sooner. 13 hours seems a bit of a stretch.
It is. It's a long haul.
Yep. Wow. Somebody might dig a tunnel. I'm not saying it. Anyway, something.
Yeah.
There's funny. There's places in this country that are like that. Where it's just they're so oddball.
Well, with Michigan being surrounded by the lakes, like if I want to go to Cleveland, it takes me forever. If we didn't have the damn lakes, I could be in Cleveland in an hour.
The damn lakes. We could dam
Damn
the
lake.
lakes.
There we
Damn.
go.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
It's take a lot of damn pictures.
And that darn Hawaii, you know, it just takes so damn long to get there.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah.
If I'm
Out in the middle
going
of
there,
that-
I might as
that
well
big
finish
thing
the
of
trip and
water.
get back to Australia then.
Australia.
I love it over there. I miss
Australia, Australia, Australia. Amen. Hello, Bruce.
And stuff.
That's right.
That's Bruce and stuff.
It's a Monty Python thing.
Mm?
From the television show, not from movies.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. See if it works. I got 4 so far, so we'll see what happens. Good old Monty. Bruce is a shark.
Yeah, he's a shark. Is he a baby shark?
You have to ask him. Do. And stuff. He's a grandpa shark.
He's a grandpa. Well,
See. Wait, this is fun. I like doing this.
hey,
No.
I've been censored. So you can space that wherever you want on the screen. That's awesome.
Yeah, you can move it around wherever.
I'm gonna give you some duck face.
Okay, Bruce.
I can't do that. I don't have any upper lip. It's just the way it is.
No upper lip. You can never be British. You can't have a stiff upper lip.
No, I don't. It's an Irish thing. I have a very minimal upper lip. That's the way it is.
Makes butt kissing hard, don't it?
Huh? Yeah.
Does it make butt kissing hard?
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. That's probably
Yeah.
why I haven't gotten as far as I have.
Probably.
Yeah.
I know all the right butts to kiss.
Right, Bruce. Exactly. Gotta fill it in there so you don't see it.
You hear crickets.
Do. So, Dan, are you going to go to the auction on Wednesday?
It depends what time it is.
4 to 7.
Let me look at my schedule. Yep, I think I can do that.
That was quick.
Well, because I got my book in front of me. I have it's a non-digital book.
Oh, it's paper.
You want those
Oh
antique
yeah,
things?
oh yeah. I do paper. Like I have the phone thing with the stuff on the phone, but I always back it up with my day timer.
I have one of those antique tools too.
I just do it only because I'm so used to looking at it. Right when you look at the week, the work week, it's a work week one. So it's like starts with Monday and ends with Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday are just like half a thing on the one end of the page. And yeah, exactly, end of the page. And so my work week is pretty. You look through it and you visually you look at it. Oh, okay. You can go through and without even looking at the date. You know what day it is.
I don't even have to look. I know because I'm like, okay, well, it's like 4 in the morning. Okay, this sucks. I get to go home eventually. Tuesday, it looks like the same thing. Except for this week, I get a late start tomorrow. I don't have to start at 6 a.m.
Yippee!
Oh.
I know. I will say this though, I don't mind the commute in the morning because literally there's nobody out there.
How long
I
is the
became
commute?
It takes me only 15 minutes in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But I get out at rush hour, and it takes me, depending on what route I take, it takes me a lot longer.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I get to pass the same two semis just about every morning.
The same two semis.
Yeah, there's a wine delivery service, and then there's I don't know what the hell the truck is, but it's the same two trucks. And I see them, I'm like, okay, I must be on time. And I know I'm running behind if I see like the little Debbie's truck. Too many red lights.
You forgot play with Lexi, Bruce.
I know Rob on the road is trying to blackmail me for some reason. I think you need to put that up there. I've got, if you've done like maybe screenshots, you might have some of those photos and screenshots of streams, but
You gotta be careful though, because there's
but the flamethrower ones have already been released. I'm just letting you know. So.
Lance has a collection because he likes to take pictures, and then so there's a lot of them.
He takes a lot of pictures. I'm a little disturbed by that. I'm just saying.
They are computer generated, Yvonne. They are porn bots, and they're computer generated.
So Lance has made a whole lot, like a whole series of Fat Bat and me kissing.
Yep.
Flamethrower and a hat.
Yep. I still have that hat. Like, it's from Caddyshack kind of hat. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
I watched that funniest moments video I made with you and the flamethrower. I'm like, Jesus.
Lucky I didn't catch my hat on fire.
Yeah, whatever happened? You stopped making them. They were great.
I don't have a whole bunch of. I have to go through a whole bunch of live
That's
streams.
because we realized they were making video copies of us, and we all calmed down.
Did we?
No, we're gonna get found out.
That is true. I try to bite my tongue as much as possible on here because there's a lot more nasty that could come out.
That's before I was
Naughty,
monetized.
not nasty, naughty. There we are.
Yeah, especially when my wife started subscribing, I'm like, oh crap, now I gotta deal with that too.
Oh yeah, like one of the very first times that
How
Sonny
can
did
I get my wife to unsubscribe? I need to find her thing and unsubscribe.
You gotta find her thing.
Find
He's
her
gotta be
username, whatever.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you should have found her
Take her
thing
off
years
my
ago.
channel.
You have kids.
He already got in trouble for that once
Yep.
by Jim.
Jim, by Jim, yes.
Take one day.
yeah.
A little Photoshop.
Yeah.
Throw in a bloke with too much.
Huzzah! Yeah.
But yeah, when Sonya did her first Facebook Live, I went on and was chit chatting, and I said something about Betsy. I'm like, she don't watch this. And the next morning, I found out she did.
Oh, it got around. Yeah, because somebody who knew somebody. Yeah.
She's not a Facebooker. She stays on Instagram. But no, out of all the damn nights, she had to go on Facebook that night. And my daughter showed up too.
Oh!
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we didn't do anything bad. I mean, we weren't.
Yeah.
I said something about a gift or something.
Yeah.
No.
She popped in, and you were like,
That
"Oh,
you-
that's my
that you,
daughter."
that you actually had to buy now and get to her. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Had it
yeah, I
touch.
was on a Captain Jack
Yeah.
Scrapper video stream, and he was using me as the channel, the
Oh,
mystery
really?
channel.
Yeah.
And like 3 of my kids got on it. We were at a campground in Cape Cod, and they got on the stream and started trolling the stream.
Oh no.
Like,
Yeah, he dropped some little
okay.
hints about like the channels. How's he doing anyway? Because I heard he needed like a pacemaker or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, then I've never heard anything since.
Yeah. He may have needed a pacemaker to keep going.
How did the couch fit?
It's great. Leather. Comfortable.
Delete wife. Delete your wife.
Delete your wife. Yeah, he's out of the hospital. I think a friend of his is in the hospital now or something.
Well,
I
he's had some issues over the last year or so.
I
where
heard,
he's
yeah,
gone
they,
in and
they
out
put
of
a
the
pacemaker
hospital.
in.
Yeah.
And then we just lost Buddy, 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
So
Yep.
It's only 2 weeks.
it's been, maybe it's been 3. I honestly.
Right around the
I'm losing track
holidays,
of
right
time.
around Thanksgiving or so.
Yeah, I posted something on the M22 page. Yes, it is. Got a few of them somewhere.
That's right.
Hey,
Yeah,
Just remember
Raymond.
Blazing Saddles.
yeah.
What's up, Raymond? How are you? Yeah, we can't figure out why. We think it's Dan.
We're a rock band.
Yeah. We just keep saying Monday,
Oh,
Monday, Monday.
oh, it went away for a second, didn't it?
Yeah, see, Dan mutes himself and it
Oh,
goes away.
it is Dan the man.
See? I knew it was Dan.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, remember that on starting the third, you can book your sites for M22, but you already did.
Well, that's got to be paid for on New Year's Day, right? Or starting New
Well,
Year's
whenever. I mean, they had a death in the family, and there's some family illness,
Day.
so the park's been kind of closed, even though they're closed. She usually answers the phones and stuff, so that's why we don't have a refund policy set up yet
See, now
for
you
our
know.
out-of-staters. Yeah.
Yeah, and Raymond, M22.
Yep. Our second one. Hopefully, it's better than the first one.
Well, they had to be impressed by something to get involved.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, when?
With the park being on board, that's awesome.
When is it leaving? I'm excited. When is it leaving?
Wait,
Is
what?
it leaving soon? Is it leaving really soon? Is it leaving? Is it leaving?
better now?
Tell me, tell me. Sorry.
Is it better now?
Can you hear me now? Good.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Why? What did you do?
I unplugged my giant.
Oh, you could have done that 3 hours ago.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but now we can't play Magic Mike.
All right. Good night now. See you later.
Next few weeks. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, this kind of stuff makes me.
I'm
happy.
bringing two of them down with me when I go down, to
Bringing
my
what?
RV. Microphones.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to get one of the really big ones.
Two
When that-
turntables and a microphone.
2 turntables and a microphone.
Yeah.
Now it's so quiet.
All right.
Oh, I might fall asleep.
Yeah, 3
Have to
hours,
go-
Raymond.
I have to go into the house and feed the fish. So
3.
Is that another like termination for?
you've been on the reaver
repeat?
for 3 hours. Yes, I know. Well, most of my kids are down visiting their grandparents, and now I have to like supervise the fish tanks and feed all the fish.
The slot machines are blocking. I know. I got a big tank back there.
Fish tank.
We got some old fish in those fish tanks. We got some that are like getting on to like 15 years old.
Yeah, I had a few that lasted a long time, and then these feeder fish that never got eating. Now they're
Right.
massive. They don't want to die.
Yeah, and we got a few that they pulled out of the creek, like across the street from us. My one kid like found them and put them in a jar and put them in the fish tanks, and they're
still
living
good.
longer than the regular fish from the
That's cool.
store.
Oh yeah, we
So-
were. What did we use the voice for tonight? We were radio
Great
announcers.
Wizard of Oz. That's right.
We're cavemen.
We were God.
Do not look behind the curtain. Exactly.
Darth
All
Vader.
right, folks. I'm gonna go feed the fish, and
Thanks for hanging out, Dan. It was
I
fun.
love hanging out with you guys. Love hanging out. It's always a
It's
good
been
time.
a long time.
And it has been. And like I said, I'm unsupervised this week because my wife's in Florida.
Good night, Bruce. See you tomorrow.
So I can do this, but it's going to be interesting next week when I'm at the campground with my RV. How the Wi-Fi is going to be, because right now I'm plugged in, directly to the internet.
You should do a drive stream on the way down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. May have to text you or email you on how that works logistically.
You can actually use YouTube Live, I believe.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
Bruce, about that, I have a couple ideas, so I'll drop you an email here soon.
The painting that I'm doing.
Don't give Bruce any more ideas. Don't give him any more ideas. That's crazy. Anyways, all right, folks.
Night, Dan.
Have a good one. Merry New Year to you.
Yes, sir.
Merry New Year. Have a
And
good
we'll
night.
see
Be
you soon.
safe.
Yep. Take care.
Adios.
Pew, whip.
Pew.
Hey.
The painting that I'm doing, Bruce. They won't want it. Oh,
I
did I
like the
say
one
that
he
out loud?
posted on Facebook today. It looked like Batman in the background.
See, Jim. Jim saw one thing. I saw the other thing.
I'm Batman.
You
Batman
saw
in the woods.
Batman.
Honestly, why not? Bruce Wayne, right?
I saw two yellow eyes. Reproduce. Rob saw Batman.
I'm Batman.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Batman. Batman. Live long and reproduce.
Mm-hmm. I already did. I'm
Night,
done.
Bruce. No, it wasn't Jaws. It was on the more creepy side. Just everybody sees different things. Many tacos. Raymond, why are you talking about taco?
Yeah, now I'm hungry. Shit. I'll never get back.
Tacos. I can't believe that it was his freaking microphone all night.
Yeah, it was.
I knew it was him, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I'm checking my stuff. I'm going, what?
Well, it's one of the things that I'm like, okay, because I already heard it before I came in. I'm like, you know what? I'm using my microphone and my headset because sometimes I do get feedback because I'm always watching. Well, okay, I have you on YouTube here on the monitor, and I usually watch that because I can see the chat faster.
Right.
But I do tend to forget to look. So, but I mute that, so it should never have an echo. But I'm always afraid to doing something stupid, so I keep these nearby. At this
And
point,
I
though, I
see
don't know
the
if I'm using this mic or if I'm using the camera's mic or the computer's mic.
and I see the chat on the TV before I see it on YouTube. So it'll
Yes,
show up. I'll be reading it, and everybody will be like, "What are you reading?" And then it pops up in the chat. It shows up on the TV chat before it shows up on the computer chat.
yeah. And if I watch this on YouTube through the smart TV part of this, it's even faster. But right now,
Yeah,
this is feeding off the computer.
and that's what Jim has is a smart TV, and that's it picks it up way quicker than the computer does.
Right.
Pasted in a mic with selectable pickup zones. Right.
And I did watch your covered bridge, but I watched it from my phone, so I didn't get to comment. So I need to go back and comment. Or did I comment? Maybe I did.
You did comment, I think.
Did I? I don't know.
It was pretty funny because Jim shot the video while I was on Bruce's live
Doing the
stream.
live, yeah. I think that, yeah, I did comment because I think I put that on there. I'm like,
Yeah, because you said
something about it live, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, he was there. Sonia's talking to other people or something like that.
Yeah.
But then once his live ended, then I shot the rest of the video from the ride all the way out to the water gap. So I think it came out pretty good. It was 15 minutes, but I took a lot of stuff out.
Well, I try to keep them under 15, but sometimes you can't.
You can't, yeah.
Right.
And that's the first long video that I've done in quite a while.
My longest is 2 hours.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's all about the Mackinac Island, and
Well, that's
people
worth
watch
it. 'Cause
it,
people
but
want to look at that. Yeah,
yeah, I would. But see, if I was smart back then, I would have broke it up into
two
part
sections.
ones, part twos, because I'm not traveling Robert where people are going to actually stay and watch something that long.
That one you could have broke up into a whole bunch of different segments.
Right. Well, that's how we did that car museum. We broke it up, and
Yeah,
that way there were the 5 to 10 minute, and and people like that because they can watch them fast. Yeah.
but there was a bunch of video in there that because I had the video instead of it stopping and starting, it was on pause, so it would just pick up where it left off on the phone.
Hmm.
And there was a couple of times where I accidentally hit the phone and the video was rolling and it was like my leg or the armrest or whatever. 9 minutes of the armrest I had to take. I had to take a
Oh
bunch
yeah.
of stuff out.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then Jim
there's a lot of footage that I find all the time that's like, really, what the hell is that?
yeah.
Do I want to know what that is?
And then Jim was trying to shoot the second what would have been a covered bridge that was knocked down in a storm, which is now just a pedestrian walkway.
Mm.
And he thought he was shooting the video, and he actually hit the off button. So he's up taking the video, and I didn't get any of it because
But
it
at,
was.
at DM21, I flew the drone all around, getting all this excellent footage, and landed, and then looked down and seen that the red button wasn't hit. I
Nine
do that
minutes
a
of
lot,
arm
especially on
rest.
the drone. I'll send it up in the air, and I always forget to hit record.
That's a good idea. 9 minutes of arm rest. You should post it and see what kind of traffic you get.
Probably would get it. I mean, there's so many
I
people
know.
that are into weird stuff. Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. Alexa, can you set alarm for 4:30 a.m.?
Alarm set for 4:30 a.m.
I won't remember if I don't do it now.
Why do you set the alarm down here if you have to go upstairs?
Well, I set it up to the upstairs one.
Oh, okay.
If I set it here, I go into the phone, and then I won't remember. I've never actually used my alarm. I've only heard it once. I always wake up like 20 minutes before it anyway.
I have a bad habit of doing that too sometimes. Sometimes it's
Right.
5 minutes, sometimes it's a half an hour. I've woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, why am I up?
Well, it's like this morning, I'm like, okay, last night when I went to bed, I'm like, I can sleep in. The house is going to be empty. And then this idiot that works for me starts texting me, where the hell is everyone?
He didn't know that you didn't have to be in today?
What part of 4-day weekend didn't he understand?
Maybe he didn't get the memo.
And he was very colorful. I mean, I can't even say half of what he wrote.
It was very colorful.
He was just, oh my God. I ended up taking a screenshot of my phone and I sent it to my boss. I'm like, hey, this dude's a bit pissed.
He may not have gotten the memo. It's that's happened to me.
There's-
Everybody
I know-
knows about something at work except for me.
Well, they just changed too because we were supposed to have Friday and Monday off for New Year's. And then they changed it. Now it's Thursday, Friday off. And then we have a full week next week. And so I was talking to John, and one of the guys I work with, and he's like, I didn't get the text. I'm like, well, it was a group text that went out to like 30, 40 people, and he wasn't part of it.
Wow.
So,
Well, that's like they shut us down this week because there was no work. Then we work the next 2 weeks, and then we have a 3-day weekend for Martin Luther King for
I
Monday.
think we do too, because when we go back, they ended up giving us, we have to do 2 more weeks of overtime to finish a project. And this one project is so stupid. It's all the brand new Cummins diesels went out with the wrong label.
What?
Yeah, so all they do is we get the engines hot, we peel it off, put the new one in. That's the project right now.
How
But
many
it's overtime.
engines?
Oh, right now I don't even know how many trucks, because I did a count before we left, and we shipped out all but 3 vehicles. That so we ended up shipping out like 150 cars last week, and we still have 575 vehicles waiting for something to be done.
Wow.
And it's all different projects, though. I mean, like we have a whole bunch of like hot rod well, what's the big
SRT?
project? We got SRT Durangos. We have probably 100 of them that are in for some kind of retrofitting. So we never know
It's
what we're
crazy.
getting.
Is Chrysler having the fuel chip shortage issue too, or is that just a GM thing?
No, and that's the whole thing that's funny is because we all fish from the same same pond basically, and Continental developed a different chip that will work fine. But
Oh,
I
really?
don't know. Yeah, it works fine with it because I think I said this before. One of the things that kept Chrysler going is, especially with the Ram, is where Ford and Chevy kept on just producing them, even though they knew they didn't have the parts.
Right.
Where Chrysler's like, well, let's cut back. That way, we're not going to have these things sitting in the fields. And that's the problem. Is right now in north of Flint, right off of I-75, there has to be a few hundred Silverados just sitting there in this dirt field. That's brand new vehicle just
And
sitting rotting basically.
you know what the funny thing is? Every dealership that we passed on the way to, whether it was Michigan, Ohio, New York, Vermont, whatever it was, all the Chevy dealers had plenty of pickup trucks on the lot. And
Mm-hmm.
yet people are saying that they couldn't find a pickup truck anywhere. I know of one dealership, and this was when I was shopping for my truck. The first dealership that I went to didn't have any. They had three pickups, and they were all quite a few years old, and I wasn't, like nothing I was interested in. But other than that, there were pickup trucks everywhere.
Yeah, especially in the used parts department there, you're getting there definitely wasn't a shortage in that, and they were
Oh
paying
no,
top dollar, so people were getting. I mean, the Excursion, I got decent money out of that thing for what it was. Um, but yeah, I mean, the Chevy dealerships, a lot of them were advertising trucks that didn't even have yet, that didn't land. So Chrysler just kind of stepped back and said, let's slow down production and we'll just keep on going that way, and it worked.
yeah,
You know,
and that makes sense. I mean,
right? Why produce stuff to have it sit in a field that has to be brought back in, and then there's a whole bunch of issues at that
hmm
point.
I mean, I belong to a Colorado and Canyon page on Facebook because they're the same truck, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And people are saying they're trading in their Colorados for Silverados, and they're getting more than what they owe a note on for it.
Oh yeah,
They're getting 36, $40,000 for a truck that's 2 or 3 years old and it's got 40, 50,000 miles on it.
yeah. A lot of the dealerships are giving 5,000 or more over book
Yep,
because of it, because they can get a truck in and turn around and it goes right back out.
yep.
But
And everybody,
yeah, it's been interesting.
every other post you see on there is like, well, do I, I bit the bullet. This is what I did. I traded in my Colorado. I got a Silverado. They gave me 10,000 over what I paid for it.
Hmm.
And they turn around and they go into something bigger, and their note is pretty much doesn't change.
Right. See now,
So
like if the Excursion would have been a pickup truck, I would have easily got 15 grand out of it. But because it was the station wagon, I broke even, so I can't complain that much. But
you had a lot of miles on that thing, right?
yeah, she was just getting ready to hit 200,000.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So, but the overdrive was starting to get the overdrive was going, and I was going to be like 5 grand to fix it. Like, yeah, it ain't worth it.
No, no.
So we got the hell's that thing I'm driving, Renegade, just because I bought it used, but it only had 1,700 miles on it.
So
So
was
I
it
had
like a demo?
no, actually, it was a gentleman locally bought it and just didn't like it. So,
Mine was a lease return.
hmm
My Colorado. The guy bought it in Pennsylvania. He left all the paperwork in the glove compartment. He bought it in Pennsylvania. He had it for a year and a half. He only put 6,700 miles on it in a year and a half, and he traded it in. It was certified pre-owned when I bought it.
yeah, that's how this was. And he went for a truck. He wanted something a little bit bigger, obviously, because there's no cargo space in that thing. So our plan really is come next year or maybe even this summer, um, get something else, and then Betsy can take the Jeep, and we can get rid of the Chevy HHR because that thing's old too now. I mean, that thing has 100 and 20,000 miles on it. I mean, there's nothing
And you
wrong
don't
with
see
the
a lot of
car.
them on the road either.
No. We've been kind of holding off on it though because we still want to pick up a motorhome just to do our certain
Uh,
travels, and then we can just tow that because it's set up for it.
yeah.
But or we keep it in whatever, and then I don't know what I want to get next time around, but
Hmm. It's just weird.
yeah.
So, and it was funny because I have my truck, and then when I went back to the dealer to have the hardcover put on the back, they still had the truck there that I originally looked at that they had online. It was a 17. It was a year older, and it had 17,000 miles on it. And they were asking 3,000 more for it because it was a Z71,
Oh yeah.
and it was a crew cab, not an extended cab.
Hmm.
And I was like, well, this is a no-brainer. I can get a year newer with 10,000 less miles for $3,000 less. You know, Like,
Right.
hello, I can deal with an extended cab. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. If
I
you don't
just
have a
don't have
bunch
the
of
four
people,
doors.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so it
Mhm.
was pretty much a no-brainer. Mine was going for 28, and the 17 was going for 31,000.
The
Hello.
problem I had with the dealership is they weren't cleaning the vehicles when they come in, so they're actually putting them on the lot dirty. So I was looking at like Pacificas and stuff, and they had food stuck in them. They were just everything was dirty except this car because it was practically new. But um, after I got it, about a week later, I started getting emails and phone calls from people that were looking at it because they put the excursion out there on Van Dyke on a major highway there, and it still had all my my signage on the truck.
All right. I'm
So I was like,
surprised
well,
you
what
didn't take
about
that
this and what
off.
about that? And they didn't for a long time.
No,
And
I'm
then when
surprised you didn't take it off.
I was, I could care less. I wanted to get out of
Oh,
that truck. I drove it right in there, and it was not coming home with me that day.
yeah.
I didn't care what the hell I was driving off on the lot with. It
It
was not
wasn't
coming
that.
home.
Yeah.
I didn't care that it was vinyl. It would come off the windows really easy. I did take the magnets off. So
Read what Nate wrote.
I just watched the M22 update. Do you want to come up on my? Well, when is that, Nate?
1-2.
Oh, it says there right now. I was like, what the
Darn.
hell's the half part? Come on,
I
half
know.
5 minutes. What? I'm stupid. On the second, yeah, yeah. You know what? Send me an email, and I'll write it. Let me write it down because my memory's horrible.
Sunday from 7 to 9.
Because we don't. Okay, like who's is that Eastern? What time zone?
Central.
Okay, because I
So
don't have
it's
a lot of information. I'm hoping that
so it's 8
uh,
to 10 for us.
8 to 10. I probably won't be able to stay on the whole time because I'll have to early day the next day, but I can do that. Yeah, because with everything that's going on with the campground right now, I don't have a whole lot of information other than we can talk about things we want to do, and people can shoot some ideas with us.
You're gonna do that breakfast cook-off thing, right?
Oh yeah, well the hash bash.
Hash
Yeah,
bash.
I
Yeah.
have that written down. I'm working on something with that. I'm going to
Okay.
see if I can get the campground involved on that one too. Because as of right now, they're still wanting to do a pig roast for us.
Hey, that's lunch and dinner. That's not breakfast. So,
Right. Are you sure?
and that'll
I
be fun for
do a pig
everybody. It'll
roast,
be
right?
kind of like a cook-off. Who makes the best breakfast type of thing, whatever.
Yeah, because that's what I'm kind of thinking. If they're doing the pig roast, if we can still do it as a potluck, but yeah, if we do something kind of as a breakfast thing, yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah.
So
See who makes the best breakfast.
right, and we have still quite a few months to set up. So I can, I'll get you on early. Okay, yeah, no, that works, Nate. Um, One of the things I'm working on, and it's been a pain in the ass, but for anyone that's going to be there early, which I think most people are coming before the actual event, I'm thinking is maybe that Thursday, if I can get one of the bus companies, one of the local charter bus companies, to get on board, we can do a charter to Frankenbooth and spend the day in Frankenbooth, so people can go shopping, do all the chicken and drinking, don't have to worry about driving, and then the bus can take us back.
It depends. I think, and this is just an opinion. I mean, if there's people that are coming early in the week, that would be good. But for people that are coming in on Thursday, if it's a travel day,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be considered an event. It's just going to be like kind of an add-on.
yeah,
Were you going to do it there or even Friday? I don't know. It's trying to get everything set up with one of the busing companies is a little bit
yeah. Friday would,
tricky.
in my opinion, just again my opinion, Friday
Mhm.
would probably be better because people would already be settled in and stuff.
Right. Yeah, because most people are coming. It sounds like Thursday
Yeah,
or
because we'll be
just
there on
earlier.
Thursday.
Right. We'll be there Wednesday night, but we don't have to set up.
Right.
So, um, yeah, no, it's. I think it's going to be good. I'm hoping that all the same people come plus more.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. But is it okay? Oh, then maybe there'll be a few maybe that won't come.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I figured the Colemans would be there again, and that's one thing I put into the video is because if we're going to have a larger amount, it'd be great to have people like the Colemans that are going to do like cocktail hours. So
Right.
if we can get
Right.
like two or three spread out doing that, that would be great because I mean the Colemans don't want 40 people at their site.
Yeah. Although it seemed like there were 40 people there at one point.
Well, yeah, because originally they were only going to do they were going to host a cocktail hour just in the beginning while people were setting up, and then it ended up turning into a whole weekend thing. And they seem to really enjoy making drinks and serving.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And they had their fire going too, which
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah. They had tons of wood delivered, and so they were great. And so maybe we can do something kind of like that. I
even though
figure we'll
you
just
needed. It wasn't prime campfire weather, but
no. Well, the whole weekend was so odd.
soggy. I mean,
Uh,
luckily it stopped raining, but it was like, you know,
yeah, no, I know.
weather-wise, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, and then everyone was all over the place. No
Yeah,
one was where they were supposed to be.
right.
And then that pop up family that got squeezed
Yeah,
in
in the
with us.
middle between me and that was supposed to be Bree's spot,
Right. Yeah, and then it
and
ended
I'm
up being they were stuck between you and my daughter.
right, and I'm like, who are these people, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm
And
like,
the
yeah, I don't know them.
and
And
then
you
the
were
site,
saying they were smoking
yeah. Oh
yeah,
man, it was bad. Yeah,
yeah.
but the site next to us on our right or left, depending on how you look at the site, they're seasonal.
Hmm.
But all the bee issue that we were having was coming
Hmm.
from that camper
With the
because there's
coach.
a nest up in there.
Yeah.
So I told the office, I said, hey, I said, the people on site 36, I said, you might want to call them, let them know they might have a bee's nest in their camper because they were swarming all along the tongue of the trailer. And you could see them, you know, flying in
Yeah,
there and everything.
yeah, they'll go into the frames, they'll go into any of the vents if they can to build
Oh, yeah.
so um and I'm hoping that it'd be a lot drier, and I'm hoping the weather because I mean we have September's that it's 80 degrees. Yeah, I mean we just had Christmas in the 50s, so
Yeah.
you never know what our state's going to throw at you.
And you're right, Nate. I mean, and they were coming right from the site next to me where all
They
those
were
bees were coming
we
from.
we we were and I try not to kill bees, but if they're in the coach and I can't get them out,
Yeah.
they're going to die.
I've had a murder hornet in my camper.
Hmm.
couple of years back.
Yeah,
The freaking thing was like this big.
yeah,
I had
they're
to kill
good.
it with a spatula. Just whack the spatula at it.
Yeah, they
Because
fight
it's
back.
and the wings, the wings are not much shorter than the body are.
Mm.
And when that thing would hit the wall or something, pop, 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 pop. Like what? Hey, Roy and Becky made it to Texas. Yay! Glad you made it there safely. Look at this hair again. Look at this. Yeah, so I'll probably wind up playing. Well, now that the pavilion's there, I can play regardless, whether it's raining or not.
Right.
Because I could play under the pavilion, and
Yeah, and
then
you can set up any which way you want. There's against the building. There's like three different outlets. Um, I think there was a couple maybe in the
are they
rafters.
any on the columns, like
No,
on
no,
the
no.
outer
They're actually
columns?
there's none on the outer columns. It's just
Okay.
everything's against the building. So they have like two tables there that can either be moved or whatever, and then they have a bunch of chairs and folding tables that were up against the one wall,
Mhm.
and those can be removed if needed or used if needed.
What's
Um,
up, Kathy? How are you? We're just chatting about the next RV trip, the meetup in Michigan.
so yeah, you should be good being right there.
Yeah,
And
I can. I'm pretty much, versatile. I could go anywhere. Roy changed his first dually tire on the trip. Ooh, that must have been fun.
yeah,
Whoa.
a few choice words there.
Yeah, but yeah, it won't be an issue. Look, and then I'll have the site right across already booked. So
Yeah, yeah, and then like site 76 down to like 65. Um, my goal, and it won't work this way, but I'm going to try to keep at least a few of them open for like the van lives that don't have their own facilities.
yeah,
Because like
oh, yeah, because the
Floss was on
bathrooms
the
are
other
right there.
side, and they had to go all the way to the other side of the park all the time. You got like Kathleen Klein, and I don't know if she's coming back or not, but I know Linda's talking about coming back. So if we can keep them close to the restrooms, that'd be awesome.
Thanks, Kathy. Glad you liked it. It's from the campground from last year in Michigan, Lake of Dreams campground.
Yeah, we were the only ones that didn't buy any shirts.
What?
And
You
then
know
we
what? These hoodies, these tie dye hoodies,
mm-hmm.
were a lot heavier than the regular hoodies they had. That's why I bought this.
They still have a lot, and they also had some that were from their like anniversary edition ones that were in the back that were marked way down.
Oh, really?
And we were looking at them. I thought we were buying them, but we ended up not buying anything. Well,
I
we
got a
bought a lot of
hoodie.
junk food.
I got a hoodie, a t-shirt, and a tank top.
Yeah, I want to get a hat, and I definitely want to get a hoodie because we always wear hoodies or flannels when we're camping. So,
Yeah.
especially in the evening, and it's going to be fall, so we don't know what the weather's going to be like.
Kathy makes tie dyes. I've only made a couple of them. I like tie
Oh,
dye.
it's funny
Are you
she
gonna
says
do?
that because I can't think of the couple in the channel's name. They had a minivan with the yurt.
Oh, really?
They have a t-shirt making company or something like
Yeah.
that. So
Somebody was supposed to do t-shirts last year, and they didn't, right?
yeah. Well, we'll get into that another time. But anyway, so they offered to make tie dye M21 shirts or
Oh, nice.
22,
22
whatever
shirts.
22. Yeah, I gotta totally get out of that 21
I mean,
thing.
at least Travis and Yanai did the stickers. That was cool. Marbling tie dye. No, never even heard of marbling tie dye. That's interesting.
Yeah, Nate. Yeah, any site. Well, almost all the sites are going to be open for that weekend anyway, because no one's been able to make any reservations. So, if that's the site you want, yeah, go for it, and just let me know, because I'm sure we'll have some other people over in that area like this year, and I know one of the channels rented a cabin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they only stuck around for a little bit though. I don't know if they only stayed one night or I don't know who they were, but I have it in my notes somewhere.
Thanks, Kathy. We'll see you Wednesday. Thanks for stopping in. Charlie Grace has 23 minutes to say hi, howdy before she turns into a pumpkin. Or is that 823 minutes? Huh?
Hmm.
8 minutes and 23 seconds. I'm confused. Lady? What you talking about, lady? 823 minutes? She has 823 minutes? Oh, Charlie Grace wants to give you a hard time.
Hmm.
Say
I also
please.
I also have we're going to be doing like tickets for the drawings this year.
Oh, yeah, that's a smart thing.
Yeah, well,
All you
because
gotta do is buy
everyone's
a
going to.
roll of raffle tickets.
I
That's all
have
you
them.
gotta do.
I know. But I totally wasn't thinking when I originally set up because we were going to do events where people won things, and it just never happened that way. But we have a lot more time now, so we can do events now, like a cornhole tournament.
Hey
Oh, here's
guys.
trouble.
No, trouble. Now be nice.
I mean,
Be nice.
there's the nice lady.
We were just talking about M22.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so were we.
Yeah. I was like, we're all talking M22. No, we were talking with a bunch of people to decide how we're going to caravan, not up but down. So
Right.
when we leave from M22 and what we're going to do next, which is cool. So yeah, very exciting.
It should be. And weather-wise, I'm hoping it's going to be a lot better next year.
It'll be a lot better than we have now in places such as Quartzsite.
Yeah.
It's really cold right now over there.
Well, Rob, if you can make it to the M22, I got to get with you, and I'm going to send you some money so you can bring me something.
Oh yeah, Rob, bring us beer. Bring us good beer.
Oh, no. See, he's the closest person that can get me Bundaberg rum without actually getting it through Australia.
That's true. Good point. Good
Yeah.
point. What was I thinking? Aim higher. Go higher.
Yeah, you got to go for the strong stuff. I'm going to check, though. We just ended up having this new massive liquor store.
Mhm.
It looks like a Walmart.
Oh wow.
Really?
And one side of it carries Michigan brands. There's all these different stuff from all over the country, and so they gave me this huge discount card. And I keep saying I'm going to go over there because it's over in one of our decaying malls that a lot of people have moved out of. So they got this property and they just built this really nice, gorgeous looking liquor store, basically.
Does it have a drive-through service too?
No.
Liquor store of
outside.
love.
No,
Yes.
it's funny because we have, well, not by us, it's out by my old job. They had a liquor warehouse that actually had a drive-through, had a port with a
Mhm.
big garage door, and they brought it was kind of like the weirdest thing.
That's how we used to do it. Well, they still do it in Australia. We'd pull in, you get what you want. And then we had a jacket laying in the back of the car. You pour ice in it. And since you can have open containers, you got drunk before you got to the party.
Oh geez.
Yeah.
Wayne and Becky are kind of glad we slowed our trek out to Quartzsite. Everybody's saying it's cold out there right
It's
now.
cold out there. It's in the 30s and 40s at night.
That's weird.
So
Yeah. Well,
Everyone's
I
like,
mean,
"Oh,
Texas got snow last year. I mean,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
the world's
We're
weird.
looking at tornado weather this weekend, and so I'm already like I'm getting ready. I got like mozzarella wrapped in prosciutto. I've got some different wine selections. I've got some little nuts and some other snacks.
Are you going to do your I'm coming out video?
That would be so much fun. That was awesome. I'm like, ooh, you go, Sonia. This is fun. I should wear sequins, go boots, whatever it is, and just
throw the door open and go, I'm coming out.
I love it.
I saw the whole thing in my head. I'm like, she's going to do
She
this.
could do it. I could do it. I could so do this. This would be fun.
You got to make sure the disco ball comes with you.
Well, I have to have the disco ball, as part of it.
It's got to be in the closet with her.
in the closet. Yeah.
But I can see, like, Dave has to work the camera because he has to get a close-up of your boots and
Now,
work
I have-
up to your
The
outfit.
kids,
And,
the kids do a better job. I got college kids home right now. They're like massive, YouTubing, Twitching, video people.
oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
And there's also tripods.
There's tripods too. Thank you.
iPods. Yeah.
Thank you.
I had the whole thing like planned out in my head. I could see it. It was pretty funny.
I know I got to do it. See, this is what happens. I did that stupid hula hoop video with Travis
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, now I got to do a coming out video for Sonya.
There's a train of storms setting up. Northern Alabama's in the crosshairs this time.
Yeah, it's true.
This
Not-
weather this year is like really funky.
Yeah, I mean, south of us, I mean, in Ohio and stuff, it's like going to be it was really warm there today, but the next few days they might get more snow than us. It's just
We've got some
a
trees
weird weather
budding that
pattern,
I'm
and
not
then
happy
it gets
about.
warm again.
Really?
Yeah, it's. I always say like this is March. It's like March weather in December for us. It's like really weird. And then I'm thinking January is going to just have a hard freeze somewhere. But I don't know.
We've been in the 40s and 50s so far.
Yeah, Christmas it was raining, and of course this morning we got snow, but it's pretty much gone already.
Lorraine got a video of her Texas snow that she lost electricity and water. Everything froze. We're preparing for more this year.
Yeah. I'm thinking I want to like find some land and build either underground or in the side of a hill, like on the eastern side.
Yeah,
of the
right.
hill.
Like a
That's what I'm
bunker.
thinking. Like a bunker of sorts. Or if I build another house, I want my bedroom on the ground. I like on the basement so I can sleep through the storms. Because the last one was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and we're up from 2. I mean, the sirens, everything's going off, and you're gathering everybody, trying to get everybody, and then in the closet. And we all know, we've seen these pictures of towns that are devastated. Those closets are gone too.
No,
It's that
yeah.
false sense of security of, oh, that's where you're going to go, but you're like, geez, guys.
And
It's
it seems
scary.
like when they're at night, they're scarier because you can't see
Yeah.
what's going on.
What's going on? Yeah, and you
No
can't
idea.
see.
You can't see if it's coming or not. Unless there's a bunch of lightning, then you might see something. But by the time you see it, then it's already too late.
The best thing, the best defense I have or alert system is I sleep with Rosie, and she shakes before you ever hear a lightning crack. Before I ever hear anything, she's like a walking 4-legged barometer, and she lets me know when there's bad storms coming, and it works out pretty well.
Yeah, animals are good for that. I mean, like
Yeah.
if the animal, like all the squirrels and the birds here are really frantic and trying to get food, you know that we're going to get snow.
Oh yeah,
You know, where if you know
Does it
they're
make
better
sense?
than the weather report because those weather guys never get it right.
And they don't get fired because it's the only job you can have to be wrong and never get fired for
Right,
it.
24/7 they get it
oh
wrong.
stop it now. Hold on a second. When I worked in a television station, the only people who had real college degrees were the meteorologists, not the weather girl. Like the only people who actually knew something were the meteorologists, guys. They were mathematicians. That's what they did.
There's a reason behind the places they tell you to hide. It comes from the war. It's not for your safety. It's where they will look first. Not sure. A closet is tornado proof.
Yeah, it's one of those interior things. When you're in the South, we don't have a lot of basements. We're on, seabed. We're on limestone, and no one blasts to make basements, so we're sort of screwed.
Right. Yeah, they just say the center of the house is usually the strongest because usually after a twister hits, there's at least somewhat of the
Something.
center
Well,
of the house. And
I put up a video a while back of a friend of mine's house in Kentucky, and the piano was still there. There were still books on the bookcases,
Wow.
but the roof was gone, the wall was gone. It was really interesting. So
yeah,
it's a little different.
they showed somebody's where the whole side of the house was gone, but you could see into the kitchen, and like their vase with flowers was fine.
Yeah,
It's
weird.
Yeah,
Tornado bunkers in your garage floor is great.
I know. All right, my 8.23 months are up. I have to go pick up a kiddo, believe it or not, who's having a play date,
Oh,
watching a movie. So I have to go
There you
do
go.
that. And they can't drive at night, so neither can I. So Dave's got to take me, and then it's one of those things.
well, get Dave off his phone or off his video game.
Oh, you said it. You said the word.
I'm right here.
Hey,
I'm
Dave.
the one doing this number.
It's like time to go.
Yes.
Oh,
Say hi to
okay.
Kevin.
By
Say
the
hi
way,
to Sonia.
lovely sweatshirt, Sonia.
I know.
You know what? I think you might have the same one.
Great taste.
and I don't have
Thank
one.
you very much.
I don't.
You-
I'm so stupid.
You got to get a sweatshirt, man. Everyone's
You know
doing
what? When I go up there in April to open up the camper, I'm gonna get one. I
Now-
Now,
There you go.
now, Dave, tell me this isn't true, right? When you walked in there and you looked at all the hoodies that were in there and felt them, these were the heaviest, right?
it. We were.
They were very good.
They were the
Yeah,
heaviest
very good.
ones.
Yeah, they were the heaviest ones.
Yeah,
Yep.
those are nice ones.
All the other ones were like super thin,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Nah. You need the heavy.
They
It's
should-
a hoodie. It's got to be like a heavy hoodie.
yeah.
I should
Yep.
see who they had make them, and then we can do them with their logo and the M22 logo.
I think, honestly, I think those were Gildans, if I'm not mistaken.
Were they?
Yeah, they are Gildans, yeah.
They're
They are.
Gildans. Yeah.
Well,
They
then-
probably had them.
All right, we
Done.
we gotta go.
Come on.
We gotta go. All right, we'll see you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, if you know somebody that can do, I don't know anybody that does shirts and stuff, but
There's they did, and then Travis and his wife, they said that they would do T-shirts.
and we got stickers. We'll make Roy and Becky do it. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Oh, I think it's gonna be good. As of right now, I know traveling Robert's still trying to come. He's trying to figure out his
Route, yeah,
which constantly changes
yeah, because he goes here and there and everywhere
all
else
around the
before
square,
and
saying
after,
"Catch me if you can." Yeah.
pretty much. But I mean, he
Um,
was looking forward to coming back. So
Yeah, I mean, like I wasn't even really thinking about it until the end of your show there, and he's like, M22
two,
baby.
yeah.
Okay, let's do it then.
You just have to keep. Robert has so much going on that he forgets a lot.
I'm guilty of that. I don't
So
have a
you
lot
have
going
to,
on, and I forget a lot.
once it gets closer, maybe April, May, make sure you kind of hey
Yeah,
Robert,
I'll send him. I sent him an email not that long ago, and yeah, I'll keep him posted. And
yeah. What about Teespring
well,
or
originally the reason that the shirts weren't made is okay, see, like there you go. My brain just is like on a highway, and then boom, it's not on the highway anymore.
it's in the ditch.
Um, Sherry
Yeah, Sherry and Jerry.
she was doing the design, and then we were going to get started, and it just kind of just didn't happen. So,
Uh,
we're going to have shirts either way this way. Nate, yeah, we were just talking about Captain Jack, and Sonny says he's home, but yeah, he's waiting to get a pacemaker, or maybe
no,
he got
he's
one.
had it. From what I heard from Sue, because Sue moderates for him, she said that he had a pacemaker put in, but now tonight somebody came into Sue and Bob's chat and was saying that now his friend Holly is in the hospital. So I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
he's home and now she's in the hospital or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in quite a while, actually. And he usually checks in by email, at least every couple months.
And Teespring, you can make your own logo and then put it up on a store or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And then people could buy the shirts through Teespring instead of having to figure out who's going to make them and who's going to collect money. And that's what they did for Quartzsite last year.
Well, that's what we were planning on doing. So I think what we'll do is we'll come up with a couple of different designs. We'll do the regular logo, and then we'll come up with some other stuff, and then people can choose. And that way too, they can choose if they want long sleeve, hoodie. Because they can usually take that design and then put it on other things.
Because that time of year, depending on which way you're coming from or to or whatever, T-shirts, the weather and everything. Yeah, I don't know.
There definitely needs to be at least a hoodie available.
Right.
And everyone loves hoodies.
And long sleeve T-shirts aren't bad. I mean, I have quite a few.
Yeah, I always feel weird in them though.
Why is that?
I don't know. It just makes me feel fatter. I don't know.
Fatter.
Even my uniform at work, they're like, "Oh yeah, well we got long sleeves," and I go, "No, thank you." No. Mm-mm.
I mean, everybody's body's different. Some people walk around in T-shirts all winter long, and some people are wrapped up to their neck.
I could easily do shorts all year. My legs, I don't feel the cold. But
look, see, Lorraine has a friend, Engulfing Designs on Facebook. They do custom design. There you go. You have a source.
Yeah, and then stickers are already taken care of, so we got that at least covered.
Use the sample price on Teespring to get items to raffle off too.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's an idea.
There's so many different things you could do.
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to try to get sponsors again. I'm also going to see if we can get whatever the hell that company is that sponsored us this year.
Speedy Blaze.
Thank you. Yeah. And we got a couple other companies too. We got to.
I
get
want to
back
try
to.
one of their bigger logs.
I have some laying around somewhere, so if they don't send us any of the big ones, I'll give you one of ours.
Roy and Becky are planning on being there too, as long as there's no reenactments at the time. Yay!
Well, you could do a reenactment for us because that'd be awesome.
There you go. And Gulf Fire. And,
I'm gonna have to write that one down because I am. Oh.
and Gulf.
Okay, see, here
Fire?
you go. Now I just wrote all that information down that Nate gave me, and I lost that.
Jeez, you need a personal
I haven't even
secretary.
moved that. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. How the
You
hell
need a
did I get
personal secretary. I'm already taken. Sorry.
that? I know. I tried. I tried to get Betsy too, and then she just thought that was like role playing and didn't work out. Well, it worked out good, but you know. So let me write that down. Yeah, now that I got this weekend, I got another 4-day weekend. I want to do a little bit more work on the M22. See, last year though, I was out of work, so it gave me plenty of time to focus on it.
Right.
Now it's kind of like doing that plus work, and usually by the time I get home, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah. You get home and 3 hours later, you're in bed.
Yeah, sometimes not even that.
Why, Becky, you haven't received the reenactment schedule yet? They can do a reenactment at the campground.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I have a friend that does it up here in Michigan, and he's been doing it for years. Matter of fact, when they did, was it Gods in General? What was the first one? Gettysburg or Gods in Generals? Well, he was
Gods
in
and
one.
Generals. Gettysburg was second.
He was second. Okay, so it was Gettysburg. He was in.
Oh, see, Lorraine can send you a link. Have her put. Oh no, that's not a good idea. Have her email it to you.
Yeah, you could just email it to me. It's kevin@wherearevstaying.com.
The owners are Dan and Ava.
That's cool. I also want to do like a little memorial service. We'll just do something real, nothing major. I got all those Chinese lanterns that we can let off.
Yeah.
And
hey, Scott. Keep a list. We talked about that.
Yeah. Well, that's the scary part is how many people could we lose before then?
You don't know. That's why I'm saying take care of all in one shot. You know.
Yeah. You know, and then the two other people can. It doesn't have to be anything that was related to everything that's happened in the past 2 years. If somebody wants to send a message to somebody, you know, that passed 10 years ago, it's fine. I have a lot of these. I think there's like 50 of them sitting here.
See, and I liked both of those movies. I enjoyed them both. I don't know why it would be a bomb.
You know, I mean, Jeff Daniels was awesome, and
yeah, both movies were great.
Yeah, I have them on a DVD, and now they have a Blu-ray box set, like the special edition. I want to get it, but it's a little costly. I'm going to wait till it drops a little in price.
Yeah.
I love all that old stuff.
Scott's walking the doggies and stuff.
Picking up the doggies.
Right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up.
Yeah, I should have got off like an hour ago, but...
Important talk, you know, stuff.
Well, it's not like I'm going to actually work tomorrow. I'm going to find, like I said, I'm going to find a Grand Wagoneer. I'm going to park it in a building. I'm gonna look at the fireplace and sleep.
All right, peeps, everybody, thanks for hanging out. It was fun. Hope you enjoyed yourself. And we'll be back on Friday for New Year's Eve.
I
Oh,
will try to pop up.
Gods and Generals was more computer generated. Oh, okay. That's a good reason. And everybody have a great rest of your week, and we will see you on Friday.